things at once.
I know. You don't have to do it now.
Hello, everybody, and we are live. I hope everybody can hear me because the people on the panel definitely can't hear me because they're talking the whole time, not hearing a thing I say. But hello.
Hello.
We can hear you now.
Okay, how you guys doing?
Hello.
We are live, by the way.
Oh, good, bro. Oh, good. Didn't realize you were going. You're starting.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. I'm talking, but no one's hearing me.
Yeah,
It's because Roger's so loud.
that's what it is.
I hear you, Keith. I hear you.
But we are here now, yeah. We don't have a structure for tonight, so it's good to see everybody. Hope you're doing well. Michael, how was your visit in Leeds?
Awesome. Really enjoyed it.
Did you guys do some street activism and things?
Yeah.
Or awesome.
I was just telling PJ, like, we're just picking random people and pick this kid, like, and he was talking and he was saying things that sounded like he watches QE. Like, I said, "Do you watch QE?" And he went, "Yeah, sometimes." And then it went on, and I said, "Do you watch Nathan's?" And he went, "Yeah." I says, "I'm there all the time." He went, "It's Michael, innit?" And I went, "Yeah." And have you ever seen him, Shatner's bassoon? If you're watching Shatner's bassoon, hey man, yeah, small
Yeah,
world.
I've heard his name. I know who that is.
World.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Can't believe it.
Yeah, it's good to see everybody in the YouTube lands as well. Thank you for coming. Glad you could make it. Let's see if I can shout out some of the people. By the way, we do already have 24 votes. It's over. Yes, 83%. 17%. No. Ooh,
Never started to be over.
Yeah.
exactly. I just want to say, yeah, Jeff Conkle, thank you for coming. PJ, thank you for being a Miss Mod Queenbee. Always appreciated to see you. Alan Norstrand, hey. Nate John, what's up, man? Roger Ledwell, good to see you. Ryan S., thank you for coming. Cherry Popper, hello. It's Flat, hello, good to see you too. Ian Henry, glad to have you in as well. Tony Coriolis, what's up? Sandro, hey. Ironworks, good to have you in too. Alden, great to have you. Derek Nelson, who else did I see here? Gio, what's up? And I think that's everybody that I see there at the moment. But it's good to see you guys. Please hit the likes, share the show. And yeah, let's just have an exciting one. Thank you for that. So what are we going to chat about tonight, guys?
No idea.
But it is over.
Anybody else? Yeah. It is.
Let's talk about sex, baby.
Oh my!
Let's talk about all the
Oh, come on.
things that may be.
Oh yeah, Nate. I did send it to you an email, didn't I?
How's your
Nate's trying to get in. Sorry.
Nate.
how's your documentary coming on the?
I worked on it a bit today again. I finished that quick video of Raichi. I just had to do that. And then I finished producing that song that I released today.
Cool. Can I just say something quickly to Mr. Super Sidewinder? Mr. Super Sidewinder, do you know the song I played out with yesterday? You and Richie on Sitting on the Dock of the Bay. I got copyrighted globally for that. I had to trim it. I don't know if it was the cartoon that went with it or if it was the actual song. I'm not sure if it was the video or the cartoon, but I got globally copyrighted for it. So I had to trim it out. So if you wonder why it's not that, it's because I had to trim it, dude. Sorry, man.
It's probably the song, PJ. That song's real popular.
Yeah, but the thing is, he's got so many popular songs on there that are cover versions, and I've never been struck for him. It says copyright but no impact. This one said copyright, no impact, and then for the same thing, it said copyright again, globally blocked.
It'd be nice if they weren't so
blocked.
Be nice if they weren't so damn ambiguous about their, you did something.
Yeah.
Something in your 4.5 hour video didn't match our guidelines. Go back through it and see if you could pick it out. And it's like, no, bitch, tell me what's wrong with it and I'll take care of it,
Oh, Mr. Super Sideways, it's not your fault. It's not your fault, dude. It's not your fault at all. Thanks, man.
Did anybody catch the opening ceremonies of the Paris?
It's crazy.
Oh,
I know.
I didn't catch it.
That one thing was like a mockery of the Last Supper. Yeah.
It's the Last Supper. It's really insane.
They had the golden calf there as well.
What was up with all that rock and roll and blood looking stuff blowing around in front of that place in France? That was wicked looking.
I don't know, man. That's This is definitely, we're in times we've never been with before. This is some really crazy stuff that's going on around us every day.
It's the end times for sure, man. The way they're going on.
Well,
Oh.
the one about 8 years ago was showing you COVID and that, wasn't it?
Mhm.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, it's accelerating. It's accelerating. And the insanity, that's why I think that I can't wait for your documentary. Because this insanity is just off the chart. You know,
It's
the
crazy.
insanity by these people are just, what are you doing? Are you even? That's why I say I almost feel like, you know, I'm going to come out of a coma and wake up in a hospital room or something and go, oh my God, man, you're not going to believe this dream I had. This is, you know?
And the thing is, they're proud of it. They're proud
Yeah.
of this insane.
Oh, yeah.
Jamiroquai was right, wasn't he? Future's made of virtual insanity. That's what one of his songs, isn't it, from the 90s?
That's Stevie Wonder, actually.
Well, originally, yeah.
Yeah.
Who was that? Jericho or somebody? Jeroki did that one where he was moving around and
Yeah, Jamiroquai. That's what I'm about.
I
Jamiroquai.
think Nate's
Yeah.
backstage, Flatzoid.
Oh, nice.
There's Nate. Been MIA
We
for a
get the
couple weeks.
What's up,
got the
Nate?
youngin in the house.
Man,
Hello. I've been gone for a while. I know.
it's good to see you, man.
He's learning
Sovereign
school.
about the documentary. It's coming along okay. I'm on the second degree. It's just the third degree is a little hard because I'm trying to. I don't know where I'm gonna put in the clips and such, and I've just been procrastinating, getting B-roll footage of me walking around places, just for other videos I'm gonna do in the future. So it's nice.
So have the cops stopped you and asked you what you're filming for? Like the First Amendment auditors?
Yeah, really.
Like, what are you doing here, boy? You trying to film the sheriff's department, the prison? We're gonna take you downtown.
That's
No,
what
we get a
cracks
lot
me
of-
up. These guys will go, you're not allowed to record that.
Oh, sorry. I'm
And
like,
it's like, why?
you know,
Because it's a federal building, and it's like, do you stop everybody with a dash cam that goes by or pulls in near it or anything else like that?
I was going to say, hold on. Then you better take all those cameras down off the building. If you guys can record, then so can I.
Yeah.
There you go.
Absolutely.
And you're on a public sidewalk. They can't say you can't film. You know.
No, it won't stop them from beating your ass. Did you see where they shot that?
No,
Well, they can say whatever they want. But
Did you see that where they shot that old woman and that cop shot that old woman in the head?
No, I didn't see that. Where was this at?
She had called the police about a prowler, and I think she was older. She wasn't right in the head completely, but she certainly wasn't a threat. And the cop was trying to, well, I need to see ID, this, that, and the other. And she was in her kitchen. This is late at night. The video's going all over on YouTube. And this cop, he said something to her. The cop did, and this is what, like, older black ladies, I've heard him say this before. She says, son, I'm going to rebuke you in the name of Jesus, right? Because it was a pain in the ass. And she had a pot holder, and he was thinking she was going to throw hot water on him. She didn't even have the pot in her hand. And she said that, and he pulled out this gun and shot her right in the head. Dead, right there.
Dead.
Boom. And she's
Over
the
a
one that
pot
called
holder.
them. That's why I say
Holy
don't ever
crap.
call the police. When
They're
you
clowns.
are around a
Yeah.
police officer, your life is in danger.
I remember the good old days when cops protected and served. What happened to that?
Well, they're protecting and served the shit out of that woman, didn't they?
Yeah, they did.
they only protect and serve businesses in the
Well,
city.
here's the thing. Castle Rock versus Gonzalez in the Supreme Court established that the police have absolutely no obligation to protect you. And so this is why they've taken protect and serve off of all their cars, man.
And I pay taxes, stuff? For what?
Listen, why does a man need to call another man to solve his problems?
Because he's I'm going to say this. It's all right.
PAB?
A PUSSY?
Well, yeah, they
Or a
made it
PAB.
that way. They've tried to make it as more difficult and pass laws so that you can't defend yourself all the time. Never, people don't realize that police are reactive. They're not proactive.
Gotcha.
In other words, they show up after the crime. Okay, it's already done. So it didn't do you any good. They come and they draw a chalk line over your body, and depending on your economic status, they don't find who ever did it, or they pin it on the nearest black guy.
Nice.
Yeah,
That's lovely.
that's pretty much. So
Wait, a black guy did it?
your best bet is this. I mean, it's real simple. Somebody's busting in your door trying to kill you. What would you rather have, a Smith & Wesson or a Nokia?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
Both.
I'd rather have a Desert Eagle or a Colt 45. Yeah, I get your point.
I got a nice Kimber 1911.
Ah.
It's a sweet little 45 ACP, full length barrel, 8 shot instead of 6.
I've got a 22 I keep in the truck, but that's about it. And that's just in case, because if I carry something bigger, I want to use it. And I've come to that point where I drive around and road rage will take over, and I'm sitting there reaching for the glove box, thinking, "Why? Nah, I don't want to go to jail today." Over traffic.
I always got this in my pocket.
I was bugging out. You were talking about cops, corrupt police.
Yeah.
Never. There's no such thing.
Yeah, no. My experience with cops. Yeah, no. Geez, I used to live in an apartment, and they were, because my sister used to get into stuff, and they came over without their body cams on, trying to talk to me, and then they were parked outside of our place for like 3 months, like just like an unmarked car parked outside, and my sister had to come outside with her phone and record them for them, and that was after the 3 months, because she got fed up with it.
Mm-hmm.
And she still has the video. It's personally, police, I don't really, I don't try to get involved any sense. I see them, I don't see them as friends, but I don't see them as, I see them as enemies in some sense, right? Sometimes.
Well,
but
they're trained to view you as a threat. Okay? And their whole thing is they're hyped up, dressed up for war against who? You.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. You. How many people are losing their lives because they didn't have the proper sticker on their car?
Yeah, fair.
The cops all jumpy and shoots them.
I am saying in general, they're bad, but I feel as if there are normies, people who actually believe that they're protecting and serving and actually try to do that, no? Or am I wrong?
You're
really?
Yeah, there's definitely real cops out there that are proper, but unfortunately, a lot of them are just.
If there are good cops, why don't they do anything about the bad ones?
That's true.
Because
some of them do, actually.
Because the cops weren't they made to protect banks in England?
Well, let's look at who they are. First off, outside of a sheriff.
Yeah.
Okay, these are just code enforcement people. Okay, a sheriff works under constitutional law, or at least they're supposed to.
In the States, yeah.
Whereas
we don't get sheriffs
or a cop, a police policy enforcer, enforces codes. Their entire job is basically to collect revenue for their municipality. That's it.
And other things too, like drugs and whatever they else to get their hands on.
Get those for themselves.
Yeah.
But yeah, they're policy enforcers, and unfortunately, what happens, because they do focus on the low IQ, people that don't question things, they just follow orders, they're gung ho, and that's a problem because they go in and they escalate situations because they're adrenaline junkies. They want there to be a problem. I remember one time I was getting booked into jail, and these cops, something came on the radio where there was a high-speed chase. And this cop standing there goes, "Man, I wish I could get in on that." And I said, "Why would you wish that you could get into a high-speed chase, endanger yourself and other people? Why don't you just wait for the guy to run out of gas and then just go get him?" Why do you have to have 50 cars chasing him down the road, endangering everybody? Just put a bird in the air. Wait till he runs out of gas or parks and get his ass.
That's true.
Well, they want that film. They want that film footage of them chasing them.
Yeah, they want to put the fear into all those little kids that might think about running.
So I've never even thought about that, but that is completely true. Why don't they do that? Why don't they abandon this guy, let the petrol run out? That's absolutely.
What's funny is that when they do these street race things, they don't even do anything about it. They send the cops in and they take pictures of their plates, and they only arrest and prosecute the ones they get photos of. There was 100 cars here the other night, and they were doing this road race thing, and the cops showed up and they only arrested like 10 people. I'm like, there was 100 cars out there.
That's because like the ones they don't want to arrest are like their sons and daughters that are out there doing it.
Oh.
Well, yeah, I thought about that one.
Yeah.
Well, there's the whole thing about like right here in the States. I'm trying to remember what state it was in. This cop was pulling her over. She was on the interstate, and there's one of those little walls of death over on both sides of the road. There's really nowhere to pull over. And so she's going down the road and she's trying to find a place to pull over where it would be safe, right? Well, this cop, it wasn't good enough for him. And this was over a fucking sticker on her car, an expired little sticker. So what does he do? He hits a pit maneuver, rolls her car, damn near kills her.
I'd sue you so bad.
She was pregnant.
Wow.
All over a sticker.
Expired tags, something like that.
Yes.
Yeah.
They'll run you over just for speeding, bro. They'll literally run you off the road just for speeding now.
There is not one law so trivial that they will not kill you over it. To them. That's no kid. Look into the case of Chase Allen. Driving without a license. Boom! Blew him away in his car.
Really? Wow. And they spend a lot of time at the range getting all geared up.
I don't know if you know a lady named Tina Slay, but her son Caleb, these DEA agents, he wasn't even doing anything, came up, had him as suspected of doing something, and executed him right in his front yard, shot him right in the fucking head, and then didn't even call the police. They were only 15 minutes away from the hospital. Then didn't even call an ambulance or nothing.
So they just watched him bleed out.
I'll tell you what I do, but I can't say it online.
And he didn't have there not one single justification for it, and they covering the shit up hard.
Oh yeah. Well, I got a friend. He has a channel in Los Angeles. He follows the Orange County Sheriff's Department around, and he records them covering up all kinds of stuff on a regular. Sure. His name's Daniel Solomon. He has the name of his channel is Mistaken Bacon, and he just rides around and he helps police the police, you might say. He goes out, he reads the bands and follows they're dirty as hell. And
you ever watch James Freeman?
I know who you're talking about. Yeah.
He had this one. He comes up. He's there at a police parking lot, and there's this guy. He's obviously a detective, and he goes up to him and he says, "What are you doing?" And he goes, "I'm working." He goes, "What are you working on? Are you working on a case?" And the guy's like, "Well, yeah, I'm working on a case." He's acting shitty, and he goes, "Have you been drinking?" To the cop, he says, "Have you been to the bar today? How often do you drink on duty and shit?" You know, and this cop's getting all kinds of pissed off. He says, "You shut your fucking mouth when you talk to me."
That's funny as hell.
Okay, fine. I'll talk through my teeth.
Let's see if I can find that. It's funny as hell.
Shut your mouth when you talk.
Shut your mouth.
How the hell do you do that now? How do you shut your mouth?
That's good.
Oh, ventriloquist do it.
Yeah, you throw your voice across the room to the nearest bird flying by.
Here it is. This is a good one. I can bring this up. This is funny as hell.
Oh yeah, Moomin. Yeah, thanks for the PayPal. And also, who was it? Sandro as well. Sandro, thanks for that, dude. And thank you, Moomin.
Nice.
Watch this guy. This is funny.
Somebody in particular?
Oh, I've seen this.
Just me. Watching you take pictures of our parking lot. What's this about? Is that a problem? Yeah, this is a police law enforcement parking lot. Yeah, it is a problem. Oh. Who are you? I'm Detective Mike Jardine. Oh, yeah? What are you working on? What are you working on right now? Several cases. Okay. What is this about? Are you working on something right now? Am I? Yeah. Yeah, I am. All right, what are you working on? What are you working on? It doesn't matter what I'm working on. I'm asking you, what are you doing here taking pictures? Where have you been today? Have you been here all day? Or have you been out and about a little bit? What is this about? Who are you? I'm asking the questions. Where have you been today? No, have you been here? I'm asking the questions. You're on this property. you're on
I don't answer questions,
so you need
meathead.
to answer my questions. Are you drunk? Why are you slurring your words today? So have you been here all day, or have you been out? Have you been to the bar today at all? Who are you? Have you been to the bar?
Who are you?
I'm an investigator. Investigator for who? Investigative journalist. I investigate
Investigating your
corrupt
dumbass.
officials. So I'm wondering, where have you been today? Have you been here all day, or have you been out at the bar at all? Working on a fraud case. That's where I've been. Okay. Have you been to the bar at all today? No. Okay. You got any drugs on you? Have you used any drugs today? What a ridiculous question. That's not
Oh, they don't like
question.
that. Yeah.
Do you know
when they ask you that, you got to answer, but they don't like it when you ask them.
I don't keep tabs on them. Okay. About. Do you know what time his shift started?
Notice how they're answering his question.
Not off the top of my head. Okay. Does he usually drink on the job, or no? Not that anybody knows of for sure. Have you guys ever breathalyzed him while he's been on the job? Would you submit to a breathalyzer for me right now?
They don't do that.
Ridiculous. You know that?
Wow. No.
Get out of here.
We don't do that.
Right now. Or what? Or what? You're on my property. This isn't your.
Here's where he's looking for something in his mind.
Get out of here now. What'd you say? I said, shut up and get out of here. No, you get out of here now. Hey, you better get your boy. Get your butt back in your office and do your job. You shut up and get out of here. You get your butt back in your office and do your job. No. You quit drinking on the job. You understand me?
No.
You punk ass. You get your ass
He walked
back in
away
there.
after that. Holy crap.
He doesn't want them on.
I'll be watching you. You are now under investigation. To be clear, it has not been proven
that pisses them off,
Mike
too.
Jardine is or was drinking on the job.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
He's astonished someone actually had the balls to do the same thing to him.
Yeah, I've seen Freeman stuff before.
Yeah, they do that to every person they pull over, but when you do it to them, they're like, "How dare you?"
Because a lot of the time,
How dare you?
God.
Sorry.
Because a lot of the time they know that they think they got the authority and people are just gonna do what they say, so they're not used to people actually talking up against them.
Right? They've asked me, they say, where are you going? And I'm like, well, that way. Like, where are you coming from? That way.
Wherever I want to.
And they'll say, well, and I'm just like, look, I'm not out here to make friends. You got a ticket to write or something? Go ahead and write it. Just, I'm not here to be friends with people. Go on.
I just tell them to kiss my ass.
It's like, are you lonely or something? Is that why you pull over and start asking people questions and shit? Or do you have a legitimate reason to have me over on the side of the road with your dangerous lights? Now, this is what gets you, right? Let me get this straight. You copped a Yui in the middle of traffic with lights that distract everybody, accelerated your vehicle to a high rate of speed, pulled me over to the side of the road, and are now standing nearly inches from oncoming traffic, all because I was being unsafe. Okay.
Thanks for letting me know, buddy.
Yeah. I was the one being unsafe because I was going 10 miles an hour over the speed limit. So you decided to cop a U-turn in the middle of traffic with distracting lights, travel at a high rate of speed, pull me over to the side of the road and stand mere inches from oncoming traffic because you felt that I was unsafe. Okay.
But it's so exciting.
Flats, take a look at that link in private, but I don't know if you can play it or not. Just have a look. That's the latest thing doing rounds in the UK anyway, regarding police.
Oh yeah, I saw that.
I saw that.
Possibly to cause
That dude's messed up.
But no, you know what happened though. Well, we can maybe show it on just. No,
It's blurred. It's blurred.
Yeah, but the. Okay.
It's already on YouTube.
I can't find any that's not like from some kind.
I'll tell you something, guys. If I witnessed that, I'd get involved.
I'm not going to put the sound on though. What the story behind it is, apparently, the woman had to get searched, and the two brothers or something, the Muslim brothers, refused to let the mother get searched. So then the cops got all frisky and stuff, and then they started fighting back, and apparently then they did this.
There's a few versions that started.
We don't really know. They don't really. I mean, the only points they show is this where the cops are kicking and stuff.
It just fits in with ongoing thing with Muslims and that's going off in UK, you know.
Does it matter what happened beforehand?
But what do you guys expect is going to happen there? The Muslims are like getting really violent everywhere.
Yeah, isn't there that incident that happened like a few months earlier, or I'm not sure how long ago it was, where a police was trying to detain an extremist and a Muslim came back and stabbed him and the guy died.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. There was it. The Muslim was busy attacking someone. The police officer comes to help, and that guy that was after he pulls the Muslim that's stabbing the guy off of the guy that's getting attacked, and he starts arresting the guy that got stabbed. Then the Muslim comes back and stabs the cop and kills the cop.
Yeah, I heard about that one.
Really idiotic.
Well, we just had Benjamin Netanyahu in D.C. addressing the Congress, trying to get us stoked up to go into war. And apparently they were busing Palestinian protesters into D.C. They had occupied the rotunda of the Capitol. They tore down American flags and raised Palestinian flags, put graffiti all over monuments and shit down in D.C. Now, is this just what they're making us believe through imagery and narration? You see, this is what you got to be careful. They steer you through that little magic box, the Plato's cave, basically.
Yeah.
They steer you through that shit. And if we remember the last 4 years, we know that what they were showing us on television did not reflect what was going on in reality at all. In fact, Brian Staley went to many of these overwhelmed medical facilities that were supposedly overwhelmed, and they weren't. They were empty. It was crickets. So what they try to so one thing, like even with this Trump assassination thing, I'm telling y'all right now, that was nothing more than a stage production. And now they've put their little story out there, so you've got all these little conspiracies to fly down. But the fact of the matter is, it's just too damn obvious. And now Trump's ear is completely healed. Not even a mark on it. Miracle.
Holy crap.
Oh, it's been hard to get away.
Yeah,
from
there's
that. I didn't even want to speak about that today.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's a comedian here. He's a flat earther, but now he's like, oh, sorry. Yeah, there's a comedian here. He's a flat earther, and he's all about it being real. He's pushing it hard. He's like, you're listening to fake media tell you it's not real. So they're playing both sides.
Mm-hmm.
The comedians are. It's fake or it's completely real.
Well, you got to use your discernment. I don't get
what their incentive is. What do they get out of
it? You really got to use your discernment. True. And one of my biggest things with that too is just watching the reaction of the crowd. Okay, that reaction of the crowd is very telling. Despite what you hear and shit, people get a sense of when there's danger. And if there were a real shooting, those people would have been scrambling all over hell, getting the hell out of there. People would have been running all different places, especially if somebody had supposedly gotten hit in the audience. You don't just sit there and look around and stay there.
Crowd behavior would be like flight or flight. Boom. Yeah.
Yeah, and a lot of those people thought that it was some kind of a production when it was happening too. I even heard witnesses say that they thought it was like some kind of a show, and then they realized that it was real. And I'm like, how did you determine that it was real? Nothing about it made any sense.
I don't know about that.
That's what is really telling about it, especially when you see a real thing happen, like when Reagan got shot. You see the Secret Service, how they acted then. Nothing like what we saw. Nothing. I mean, I think I counted it was like 3.5 to 4 seconds after shots rang out. Ronald Reagan was mobile. They were gone. That limo was rolling. And in this case,
I remember watching that live, dude.
Yeah. So you got to be careful what they give you on your magic box.
Yeah, wasn't Vegas like that? Like it seemed like it was really a production too. I've heard people say that, and I've watched videos of crisis actors, I guess, walking off the scene with like blood all over them, but they're still.
What, Las Vegas?
The people.
Oh yeah, no, that's.
Boy, that sure got memory hold. What? Nobody talks about that. Nothing. You don't hear anything about the Vegas shooting.
You remember that guy who apparently got shot in the head, but they didn't even shave his hair off to see the wound? You remember that guy?
Yeah. And that was interesting. Anyways, the guy's name was Stephen Paddock. Okay. And those people that he smuggled all these guns up into the room. And there's no security footage showing that. Those places are full of cameras, man. Those places are
in every hallway, elevator.
Man, I've been to Vegas a million times, man, and those cameras are everywhere, right? But none of this, right? But interesting, his name was Paddock, which is a pen. A paddock is a pen that you keep animals or sheep in, right? And those people were in this enclosure, a paddock.
Yeah. There were a bunch of barriers around it with one big main stage and then like a building behind.
Yeah.
That's like foreshadowing, right?
People weren't even jumping, and the thing is, in the videos you can see people aren't even jumping over the barriers; they're just like leaning on it. Like no one's really trying to get out.
Wasn't a country and music festival like it was a country western?
It was a country music, and people are like, because apparently Paddock was a country fan, and he hated that kind of country music, so that he was like some out of his mind person. Yeah, no, none of that. And then even in the video, I think we talked about this before, the amount of guns that just a bunch of guns inside of the apartment from the photos that they took. The what's it called? The sounds of the shots aren't what should, like, it just constantly changes and different directions as well.
The muzzle flashes were coming from different floors and rooms, from what I remember. Too, after that, like there's more than one person shooting
from a helicopter.
I just want to say thank you, LJ, for your $2 super chat, man. Really appreciate it. It says Gravity Hoax debate tonight at MDD with Iron Horse. Yeah, it's in 4 hours' time. You guys can go support Iron Horse.
I'd rather chop my arms and legs off than watch MDD.
But yeah,
did you do that for your avatar?
Not going on that platform.
Thank you for the super chat. Really appreciate it, LJ. You rock, man.
Yeah. Who is Iron Horse?
Aussie Jesus. Yeah, he used to be called Aussie Jesus.
Aussie Jesus.
I think he used to call himself before he became Iron Horse.
Iron Horse, Australian.
Yeah. With a lot, he's the guy that usually sits in the jacuzzi hot tub.
He's a trip, man. The guy's all right.
Hey, Flatzoid, just to kill time before I leave, I'm going to leave in about 10 minutes. Hey, you want to watch the Robot Polisher latest video he put out? It's got all your favorites on it, even Brenda.
Ooh. We can.
I know. He's becoming a star.
Listen, I'm going to throw out some advice to everybody right now. when it comes to people like Toon, Brenda, FTFE, block them.
Simon Dan?
Okay, no, I'm going to tell you why. Their whole thing is about trying to get your channel shut down, to be able to shut you down from being able to talk. That's their whole thing. In fact, they even brag, oh, if you get blocked, that's a win. I don't see how it's a win for you because you're dependent on arguing with us. So when it comes to this cast of usuals that we see, I've got them all blocked. I don't even entertain them. All right. I've already talked to you. I've figured out that you don't have anything. There's no need to ever talk to you ever again for any reason whatsoever. I want to see your channel dry up and die. And I will watch that. I will see that happen.
Amen.
Yeah. And you said usuals. They're not usual by any stretch of the imagination. They're
like
unusuals.
Like a freak show, dude.
But people just can't help but debating them, though. You know,
Look.
I've been saying this for years.
I've had people trying to hack. I've had people trying to hack into my shit, into my accounts. I've had, the same kind of crap that Flatzoid has to endure with, people wanting to porn bomb you, all this other dumb shit. And that ought to tell you something about these people. Just fucking block them. When they're on modern day debates, don't watch. You've already heard all their bullshit. It's never any different. How many times can you watch MC Toon sit there with his little sweaty fucking lesbian school teacher face and say the same goddamn thing over and over, being answered the same questions over and over, the same, and still coming back with this crap? It's a grift.
Yeah, the thing is, that's why I've just stopped with these guys altogether. That's what I say. I would still entertain maybe new people trying to come into it. You know what I mean? But when it comes to Toon and FTFE and all these rubbish guys, it's just I don't see the reason going on with them anymore. They're old news. They're done. You know what I mean? There's nothing more to do with it.
They didn't bring anything to the table to start with last week. They really didn't.
Nope. Exactly. But now you just get Roman Polisher that just uses their stuff just to make fun of them. Which I think
it's fun.
Yeah. You guys want to watch some of it?
Yeah, do it.
Sure.
Like anyone else, the retarded have spiritual and religious needs. The vast majority of the mentally retarded are quite capable of following instructions. Intelligent enough.
See, the problem I have with Roman Polisher's stuff, though, the music he's using.
Yeah, he's using pop music.
Yeah, the thing is, then it flags my stuff.
It's the instrumental, though. It's the instrumental.
No, the thing is, it will go as copyrighted.
Yeah, Daft Punk will copyright you.
I'll have to end up cutting it out or muting it altogether.
Is it different doing a live? Just say you get copyrighted for music. Is it different doing a live to a video? Because I've noticed that some videos that got copyrighted don't get copyrighted.
Yeah, but if let's say with this song he's playing now, if I have the certificate rights for it, then I can use it. But I don't have the certificate right for it. Now, if I play it, it's going to be copyright content, and then that's the issue. That's the only issue I got with Robert Polis's stuff. He's got awesome stuff. His music is copyright.
I go into studio. I go into studio after because I'll look and it'll say there's a copyright, right? Okay. So I go in there and one of the options is to mute the music. It'll leave the rest of the content. It'll leave all the talking. It just takes. It
doesn't always give me the option. Though.
I've never had that option.
Only sometimes it gives me that option. It doesn't always give me that option.
Because I've gone through a bunch of mine that had that on it, and I've fixed it, and the copyright's gone.
What's the penalty for it? That's what I want to know. Would they charge you, right?
It depends how bad it is.
Yeah. Different variables.
But let's face it, 30 seconds. Let's quickly check 30 seconds.
Science, more and more of the mentally retarded are enjoying normal lifespans.
NPC,
there
in
he
a
is.
video game. Like
that was a little sneak peek of Brenda's life. Blue screen, pale, pasty.
How do we know you're not an NPC, you know?
Regardless of the cause of the mental retardation, one fact remains clear. Serious retardation is frequently accompanied by physical abnormalities.
That's so true.
Oh, yep.
Uh-huh.
Right,
There's your boy.
Greg. Right as he showed Greg. Physical abnormalities.
Sorry.
But you know what's the sad thing about it? It's never like, let's say, it's not him that will copyright it. Will be the Globers that will report it for copyright.
Yep.
Uh-huh. Yeah.
People that have nothing to do with it will report it.
That's their whole thing, man. That's their grip. That's why I tell you, just block those fucks.
Send that video in the public chat if you want, because I want to look at that later. If you can.
Okay, I'll quickly get it. I'll send
You put it in the private, public.
Then everybody can watch it like they want. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, and there's it for you guys. And there's it for
Tomorrow, I'm. Sorry. Go ahead.
No, go ahead. Tomorrow.
Tomorrow, I'm just wondering what's going to happen. Like when I get there, I'm going to show up early. So I want to get set up. I don't know. I don't have a laptop. I can give them a PowerPoint. I'm just going to. I'm not really.
I don't know how
prepared
I don't know how you got roped into doing a presentation from just over.
I have no idea either.
I know.
You just turned it into that. You went with it. I'm like,
yeah, I
what?
did. I think it's my pride getting to me. I can talk my way through a presentation.
Yeah, but that's the thing, though. Didn't he just automatically think that you'd be there defending flat out? He didn't take it out. Oh, I
think they're counting on you having it.
Hold on, Ryan. He says it's not. He
Yeah.
didn't take it as someone coming to visit the church. He took it as, oh well, you're a flat earther. You need to put your presentation down for flat earth, your evidence. He didn't take it just like, you could come in to visit just for the sermon or whatever.
Yeah.
Took it as a challenge.
He thinks he's coming out swinging. Yeah.
Sorry, Ryan.
I have enough mental knowledge to refute anything they got claim-wise. But I don't know how am I going to. I've got a format drawn up in my head. I'll write it down on a notepad and I'll just read it out. And I don't have any way to do a PowerPoint unless you can use my phone to do it.
You need some ideas or help or whatever? I can give you some ideas.
Oh, yeah, you can bounce them off me for tomorrow. But I have what I want to present, but I don't know how I can get it on a PowerPoint from my phone to whatever he's got set up there. That's what I want to talk to him about. If I get there early enough, I can actually figure out where I can download it onto. If they have a laptop there, I can look up half the stuff that I want to on a laptop if he's got one available. Just search stuff.
I bring my own.
Pull it up then. Yeah. I wish I had more equipment to work with. I'm working on getting that put together, but
Roger, go old
takes
school.
money.
Go old school. Bring a portfolio with you, all papers and big case.
I'd just go in with videos showing him contradicting himself and let all his followers see what a liar he is. That's what I'd do.
Yeah, he's certainly a liar.
I'd last about 5 minutes in there, me.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, he's definitely a liar. To say that he hasn't looked into heliocentrism or geocentrism is ridiculous.
Well, he's trying to make a timeline out of it.
He had the debate with Whitsitt for crying out loud.
See, that's an excuse. Oh, I haven't looked into that. I haven't yet. At this point, you got to treat just about everything he says as though it is a lie and needs to be verified as true. Okay, he's just been caught lying.
He keeps lying non-stop.
Yeah.
He keeps contradicting himself. Yeah. And he goes on as if it's
Well,
never happened.
I hope he thinks nobody's paying attention to what he's saying, and people are like recording all this stuff. Like, period.
He just put out a video yesterday. Said, did this flat earther solve the 24-hour sun in Antarctica?
Oh yeah, that was such a stupid.
Oh, wow.
I haven't watched.
It was. I tried watching it. It was ridiculous. His whole what he says, actually, should I bring it up?
Yeah, go for it.
Hi.
Yeah,
Ridiculous.
go ahead. Yeah. Oh, can I say something right quick? I'm getting ready to leave. The circuit of the furthest circuit of the winter sun or in the summer sun and the it would account for sunlight or even seeing the sun at least maybe 24-hour period. If the circuit's wide enough, it would do exactly that. If it goes to the north and to the south, right? So, and it's going to be nighttime in the polar north.
Is it time?
Because of there's 24 hours of darkness up there at the same time. Correct?
Yeah.
Are you following me?
Heavenly
so I mean, it's definitely accountable on our on the flat Earth. You can actually show the circuit, and I've watched videos on this before. There's a couple of old school boys that did account for this back when flat Earth was like really. You can research the topic, and I think even Dave Weiss has videos of this whole idea, the whole thing. I don't know why we're even going to Antarctica to start with, but I'm thinking about maybe bringing that up and presenting that. If I had a way to do it, it would be really cool.
Yeah. Heavenly Virtue Blades, are you willing to do a 1v1 debate later? I don't know who you're asking that to, Heavenly. You're asking that to Roger or someone else?
Oh, sure.
If it is to Roger, I don't know. I'm saying I don't know who it's for. It could be.
We can start out with.
It could be someone.
We can start out with gas laws, gas pressure, gravity.
I do feel like it's self-forming at this point for flat earthers, just doing this for years. I feel like it's been too long, and it's just repetitive. I don't know. It really does feel like it's self-torment when you've been.
So here's my issue, right? We said there's no debate. But yet people are debating these anti-flat earthers. That's making you look like an hypocrite.
That's exactly what I'm saying. Yeah, no, it's because people have a sense of pride and ego. That if they don't do it, then they'll go around and then respond to their videos, and then their community will just coalesce with each other and circle jerk, in a worse term, right? So
partly that question was to you, Flats.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Who is it though?
Heavenly Virtue. I have no idea. I have no idea who it is.
I don't know who it is. So yeah, I'll debate that person because like I said, it's a new person. But I'm scared with people that just want to say, "Let me debate," because then they come in and they try and porn bomb me.
Well, yeah.
You know what I mean? That kind of thing. But if the person wants to debate, I'm happy. But it's not going to happen tonight because we're busy in we already got a planned stream tonight. So if you want a Heavenly Virtue of Creed, email me on flatzoid@gmail.com and we can work out a date. How's that sound?
Well, I'm sorry to leave you, gentlemen. I'm going to go to work.
All
right, and PG, on my break, I will try to log in again, and I'll get the code from you. I'll message you. All right.
Excellent.
Have fun with the Duffy here.
If I don't hear the message, ring me so I hear that. Yeah. Through Messenger.
I got you.
Yeah. Bless.
All right. I understand. All right. I'll see you guys later. Enjoy the show.
Maria Walker, it's not
I'll set that up and send you the link in an email here a little after a while. He's gone already. He's gone.
He's gone. He's gone.
Gone. She's gone.
Okay, you guys want to watch some of this? But I'm going to show you. He's going to be contradicting his own statements right in his own video.
To cancel the final experiment. I may need to do just that, as a flat earther by the name of Joe Hanvey has put forth an explanation of the 24-hour sun in Antarctica on a flat earth. So today we are going to look at his explanation, and if it's successful, I'm going to need to go ahead and cancel the final experiment. Now, before we look at this, I do need to point something out. it does not show a level of confidence when you try to explain something away before it even happens.
Wow.
Because there's nobody been in Antarctica for the last 125 years at all. And this I don't understand this whole idea like this is a first trip to Mars or some shit. It's like, and like I said before, if he has to give up his seat for Whitsitt to go, then he's right back in the same boat of relying on someone else's observation again, which, according to him, they already have. So it's already foregone conclusion. They have video of it, he said. Well, then why are you...
But didn't you just hear what he said, though? I'm going to have to cancel the final experiment because this guy's able to explain it on a flat Earth. And then he says, why are you making excuses if we haven't even done it yet?
He's making a presupposition when they haven't even done it yet. Why are they doing it in the first place if they have evidence of it happening?
Yeah, it doesn't make really sense. Roger Little, thank you for a $2 super chat. He says, Brain. I think Brian. Brain. It is Brain. Brain asked to bring up pitch data. Brian. Yeah, I've been asking Brian and myself, shout out to Brian's Logic, we have been asking for years now for these pilots to bring us pitch data. We still don't get it. You know why that is? Oh, wait, because you can't, because there is no pitch data for going over a curve.
Exactly.
Actually, I've got a video I can show just now. Remember Angel, the guy that debated Bob as well on the flight?
TikTok guy.
Yeah, the TikTok guy. He's got another video where he spoke to a pilot that was a pilot for, I think it was over 30 years. And the guy admitted, yeah, there's no accounting for curve or Coriolis or anything. He says, how do you do that?
There was a video about pilots saying the Earth is flat, and I saw one of the comments on there. It says, well, what you don't know is airline pilots are told to just agree with the passenger with whatever so that they, will remain calm and shit. And I said, shut the up. What a dumb answer, man.
Excuses. Oh, man.
And this seems to be the route a lot of flat earthers are going, trying to explain a 24-hour sun in Antarctica on a flat earth after saying for almost 10 years straight that there is not a 24-hour sun in Antarctica.
Okay, I want to ask something. Has anybody here know of anybody that said there's not a 24-hour sun in Antarctica? Or have we just said we don't think there would be one?
I don't know anybody.
Some people have said that you don't have to see it.
Yeah. Brian, what the difference? Thank you for your $2 super chat. You rock, man. Thank you, Roger. But yeah, it's simple. Let's break it down for him. We don't care about the 24-hour sun because it doesn't change the fact if it's flat or not. If you want to change the fact that it's flat, show us your curve.
Yep.
Demonstrate to us gas pressure without containment. Show us Earth rotation. Oh, wait, none of them can be shown. Instead, you want to go to a sun and make claims on our behalf.
Yep.
It's not hard to understand. The only ones that have anything to do with what the sun does in Antarctica are the globe earthers.
Yeah, I was gonna say the only reason I think flat earthers really care about the sun is because it gives us sunlight and whatever it does, because we're not really thinking about what it does in Antarctica. Like you said, it's a presupposition by them. We never really thought about it. We didn't care about it. And we can't even go to Antarctica, so what's the point?
Yeah, it's sad because now, unfortunately, he's kind of hoodwinked some flat earthers into trying explaining a 24-hour sun for some odd reason when it's not their burden. So they've caught that hook, and now because they've caught that hook, he's now playing the game of like, oh, you see, you guys are running now. You're trying to make excuses. You know that if you don't have a 24-hour sun, it's going to disprove your fate. In the meantime, no, they're just falling for this guy's crap. Nobody cares about the 24-hour sun because it doesn't make a shit. It doesn't care if it's there or not.
Yeah, no, he has really good bait for these fishes, and they take it every time.
That's unfortunate. Okay, let's go on.
My challenge is still out there for anyone to find me a video of a flat earther from before 2024 where they say there is a 24-hour sun in Antarctica.
What?
What?
What? That's the globe claim. Why would the flat earther have to make it?
Why is that saying that?
I don't understand why we have to find that now when it's not the flat earth claim.
Right?
It's like Sov, would you please go and find Tabu's down the street's birth certificate because Angela in Spain said that you have to get it for us, please.
Right, yeah. They're always, this is their whole thing, and I've noticed this is a pattern, is this reversal of burden of proof.
Yep.
They always want to do that, and this isn't why? Because they don't have anything. They want you to try to prove a negative. I can turn into a chicken, prove that I can't. Right?
That's exactly that. Thank you, Sandra, for your £2 super chat. He says probably being told to back off. I wouldn't be surprised. Getting a lot of flack. But yeah, it's weird. They do try and they create the burden and then they want to reverse it onto someone else. But that's how the globe operates, though.
I can't find one. So now that we are going to travel to Antarctica to see what the sun actually does in the south, why is it that
I'm in the south? I can tell you what the sun does. It travels overhead. There we go. Case closed. You don't need to go to the south to do that. I live in the south.
Miracles. If there's a 24-hour sun, there would have to be two suns on a flat Earth. Why do
that's also the one issue he has. Because there is a lot of skeptic going around now that the fake sun might be at play, especially with all of a sudden so many big names wanting to go do this 24-hour sun thing in Antarctica. The same here for some weird reason.
Well, I fixed my YouTube problem on my phone. Yay.
See, I find it very weird. Why is it that all of a sudden all these big prominent names on the same year want to do the same thing?
Yeah,
and at the same time that the fake sun has been tested and shown to work. Really odd stuff. So it's easy for them just to put a fake sun, to take a fake sun there. I mean, how much excuses can be made when that happens? People can just say refraction. People can just say, oh, there's two suns, it's a fake sun, or you faked the image, or we just don't trust you, or oh no, there is a sun, although there isn't a sun. What does it make a difference? It's not going to change the shape of the Earth. It's really idiotic. That's why I said this is a waste of money. I still think this guy should rather be using the money in his ministry. If you're a pastor and you're a minister and you got so much money that you just want to throw away, I'm sure the people in his own congregation would rather appreciate the money to do so. I mean, dude, use that money and start a charity of some sort that maybe gets people Bibles, for Pete's sake. I mean, or gets people to be self-proficient with food. You know what I mean? Teach people to be fishers of men, like the Bible teaches you. Don't use that money to say, "Oh, I don't know if the sun is going to be shown in Antarctica. I'm going to pay people to go look, and they're still going to make excuses afterwards anyway.
Yeah, this is really bad because I can't even think of any openly, outwardly Christian billionaires or millionaires. Sorry.
Yeah, but I know a lot of pastors and stuff are really down to earth, and they also had some money. But their money, like literally 60-70% of their cash, goes to different charities and goes to different things in the ministry. Okay? They get blessed for that. But this guy is taking his money and pushing it not into ministry, which he's called for because he's a pastor, to put it into just, hey, let's travel to an ice place and just see if the sun's going to do what I think it does or doesn't do. It's not going to change anybody's mind. Even if people go there, do they really think other people are still going to say, okay, it's not flat or it's a globe? No. It's not going to change anyone's mind. He might as well just take the money and burn it.
Yeah.
That's practically all he's doing. When I come from a Christian standpoint, I'd say, dude, where is your integrity based on your ministry pastoral obligations? Why aren't you using that money to better the kingdom? That's your mandate, actually, as a pastor. And
Well,
yet he's against that.
The whole pastor thing is to disarm. That's it. Okay, it's a mask. I mean, I've said this before. If I wanted to, I could go online and become a minister by this evening.
Yeah,
I can be ordained.
Yeah.
Yep.
Why do you think you get so much ordained LGBTQ pastors today?
Yeah, I mean, actors can marry and that, so they must be able to just go online and get ordained just like that. So, Elvis Presley marries you in Vegas, doesn't he? You know what I mean?
Exactly. That's what I said. That's the whole reason you can go to Vegas and just go like.
Yeah.
Elvis impersonator can marry you off.
Exactly.
So that's there to disarm you. Okay, and that's why I told him on that interview. I said, dude, I'm not buying your little folksy smiling preacher act. Okay, that's bullshit. I see right through it. I said, I want to know what's in it for you, brother.
Tommy Temper, there's a difference between 20 hours daylight and sunlight.
Yep.
Right.
There's definitely sunlight. I mean daylight. Okay. No doubt about that. It doesn't get dark, but
Tommy should get in touch with Duffy though, like, because Tommy could save Duffy loads of money.
Yeah, he's already paid deposit for one person, so before he loses all his money, maybe you should do that. Yeah.
Flat earthers all over the world are coming up with reasons as to why we are going to see a 24-hour sun in Antarctica and why this works on a flat earth. Maybe I'm wrong, but that really tells me that you don't have confidence in your model or confidence in what you've been saying all these years.
See what I'm saying? He's contradicting himself. He first says, no one says you've been seeing a 24-hour sun, okay? Now he says, oh, look, now everybody's trying to make excuses or you can see it. So that means you don't have confidence. It's got nothing to do with each other. The thing is, they hoodwinked into catching his hook and like, yeah, let's explain to him how you would see a 24-hour sun on the flat earth. It's like, it doesn't matter if you see it or not. That's not going to change anything. The point is that you get people that are going to think, oh no, they have to try and figure out how it would work now because you say it wouldn't work. You get it? Because this guy on screen, Duffy, says it wouldn't work. So therefore, the other people that maybe just got into flat earth now, maybe a year ago or something, don't really know anything. Now they think, oh, let's try and figure out how it should work then.
I saw some guy in chat earlier saying that apparently it would prove that there's two suns on a flat earth. I don't know if that guy wants to elaborate on that, but
yeah, but that's what I say. there's so much footage out there with showing two suns. Okay? That's what I'm saying. This is literally a idiotic thing to do. There's so many excuses that can be made even if they do see the sun. It's not going to change a person.
Do you know what I think? Right, we need to just stop talking about it. I mean, I'm sick of hearing about this final experiment. Let's see what happens. If they come back with some footage or whatever, then we'll go through it with a fine-tooth comb or whatever, and then come up with rebuttals or whatever. But why keep talking about it?
There is no rebuttal for it because there's nothing to rebut. Nobody's making a claim on if it's going to prove it flat or globe. That's my whole point in this situation. It's just literally idiotic. The only ones that have an issue is the globe because they're the only ones that are playing Russian roulette here because they can only have it one way working. Flat Earth, it doesn't matter what's shown there, it won't make it not flat. So
that's a good point. Like, but if they come back with some fanciful footage, like, it's got to be addressed, hasn't it?
Yeah, but that's the whole thing. What he's trying to do. That's the whole reason for everything he's doing. He's trying, how can I say it, ride the wagon of, yeah, guys, it has to work because it's you guys are the dishonest ones because you don't want to accept if it's going to show a 24-hour sun. It doesn't matter if it shows a 24-hour sun. That's the thing I've got to try and get through to the flat earthers. Why do you care if it shows a 24-hour sun or not? It won't change anything.
Doesn't show a curve.
No. Yeah, that's my point. Show us the curve, Duffy. Show us gas pressure without containment, Duffy. Show us Earth's rotation, Duffy.
Right.
Instead, you want to do something that's got nothing to do with taking a globe away, or because this idiot doesn't understand the Gleason's map is not a damn, how can I put it, model. We don't live on models. We don't live on maps.
Mm-hmm.
It is a time piece.
Right.
That's it.
Everyone hit those likes.
So it's sad. It's just not going to get anywhere. But yeah, that's all he does the whole video. Just talk.
If that doesn't resonate with you, consider this. What if Globers were all of a sudden making videos to explain a setting sun in Antarctica in December at 80 degrees south?
You already have. You called it refraction. They have. They said it's refraction. They said if we wouldn't see it, it would either be because of bad weather, the mountains are in the way, and refraction. There's your excuses. You made those excuses, Duffy.
These guys, man, people have known that the Earth is a globe for thousands of years, and then they show you a picture of some fucking guy looking through a telescope. And it's like,
me and Michael straight
why
away.
the hell are you always looking at the damn?
Geronimo's instantly banned whenever
Instantly.
Right? Why are you always looking at the goddamn sky instead of the ground? This is what you're trying to determine, right? What does the sky got to do with that? Shut up.
And
I got a friend of mine's got a vaulted ceiling. Does that mean that his floor is vaulted too?
And this is exactly what my song was about when I brought out today. Look out the window. What do you observe? You don't observe curve. You don't observe the earth moving. Okay? Yet you want to claim against it. And then when you claim against it, you want to say we the ones that have to prove it to you. Idiotic.
Afternoon, everyone.
Hello, it's evening, Jeff. You're always getting it wrong. It's evening, man.
Oh, I'm sorry.
How's it going, man?
All right, how are you?
Good. So what do you have to say?
Well, I missed the beginning of this, so the first hour because I was out with me wife. So, but yeah, the 24-hour sun, you can't really say that proves or disproves anything. Really,
there we go. Yeah, told you. Maybe we should put a new poll up. I'm going to do that. And then we can show the poll to Mr. Duffy, so maybe he'll get in his head. I'm going to create a new poll. The poll so far, before we end it, 67% say yes, it's over, and I agree. Okay, new poll, guys. Will the 24-hour sun prove or disprove anything other than a globe? There we go. Get your votes running in, guys.
Well, you know what? That's that one there. Will the 24-hour sun prove or disprove anything other than a globe? Well, it won't prove a globe either, and it won't.
Actually, no, it won't. Yeah, maybe I should question.
Yeah, you worded it wrong.
Yeah, you're right. Because I was also thinking that. Okay, sorry guys, I'm going to redo that. Let's try this again.
That was
Will the 24-hour sun only show the globe to be false? Sorry, let's get this. Only show the globe to be false. Based on the globe only having one way to work. There we go.
I'm only voting for Trump. I don't see him on there.
It's getting crazy how the people are like starting to worship Trump as like the Messiah.
Oh no, it's bad. It's even.
Did you hear the latest? Did you hear the latest crazy ass thing he said? He said it's after this vote. Let me see. I'm going to bring it up so you can hear it yourself.
Yeah, you guys talked about Biden dropping out. It's like a.
This is 27 seconds. Check this out. Listen to this.
And again, Christians, get out and vote just this time. You won't have to do it anymore. 4 more years, you know what? It'll be fixed. It'll be fine. You won't have to vote anymore, my beautiful Christians. I love you, Christians. I'm a Christian. I love you. Get out. You got to get out and vote. In 4 years, you don't have to vote again. We'll have it fixed so good you're not going to have to vote.
And he said, I'm not Christian.
Yeah, he knows he's not Christian.
Yeah, he said that. He says, y'all you Christians, I'm not Christian. And then listen to that again.
And again, Christians, get out and vote just this time. You won't have to do it anymore. 4 more years, you know what? It'll be fixed. It'll be fine. You won't have to vote anymore, my beautiful Christians. I love you, Christians. I'm a Christian. I love you. Wow. Get out. You got to get out and vote. In 4 years, you don't have to vote again. We'll have it fixed so good you're not going to have to vote.
I'm not Christian.
And again, Christian.
He said, I'm not
really
Christian.
Sounds like I'm not Christian.
Yeah, it sounds like I'm not. It's double speak, isn't it? It's meant to sound.
And then it felt like really aggressive with like, you got to get out. You got to get out. You need to leave this country.
Double speak. Okay, you want to know why I know that I'm a Christian? I'll tell you why. Because I have to read lips because I'm hard of hearing. And I'm watching his mouth. And the t, not, wasn't iterated in there.
It could be a speaker microphone thing.
Interesting.
Wait, maybe put it on again, Sov, and we can like make it like 0.5 speed.
I've seen people do videos on that kind of speaking, you know, where it sounds one way but really means another.
Yeah,
you see,
saying I'm a Christian.
Playback
just so you know.
Make it 2.1.25 or even, yeah. Let's check. Just that part where he's like, I'm Christian or whatever.
And again, Christians, get out and vote just this time.
Just this time, yeah. Just this time.
You won't have to do it anymore. 4 more years, you know what? It'll be fixed. It'll be fine. You won't
He
have
sounds
to
drunk.
vote anymore, my beautiful Christians. I love you, Christians. I'm a Christian. I love you.
Yeah,
Get
it
out.
sounds like
You
both, man.
gotta get
Yeah.
out and vote.
I'm a Christian.
I'm Christian. Yeah.
It does sound
Yeah.
like both to me. I can hear both in it. So
Yeah.
I think it's double speak.
Well, look at his tongue, though. If his tongue's touching the top of his mouth, like not, then it's an N. But I
Beautiful
don't see the tongue
Christians.
touching
I
the top.
love you, Christians. I'm a Christian.
No, his tongue's not.
Shook his
His
head.
tongue's not
He
going
shook
up.
his head this way too.
Yeah, he
Watch,
shook
he
his
shakes
head.
his head this way too. He does a
That's
negative with his
difficult.
head.
That's
I
a
could hear
difficult
the
one.
N. I could hear the N in it, definitely. I can hear
But
both.
I do know he did say he's not a Christian before as well.
Christians.
So,
I'm a Christian.
no, he's not a Christian. I take that as not Christian.
Yeah, I don't know why I hear the N like very.
But even look at his head. Watch his head.
He's even shaking it now.
When he says it. When he says it, watch.
I'm a Christian.
No, he's not a Christian.
I
There we go.
love
I'm not a Christian.
you. Get
I think
out.
you guys are just
You
reading
gotta
into
get out.
Well, what does that mean? After you vote this time, and if you put him in, then you'll never have to vote again. What, he's going to be there forever? Everything's going to be hunky-dory, wonderful forever and ever and ever after?
Becomes a dictatorship.
I thought they only got 2 terms.
Dude, you better look
You
at
see-
what he's doing with Israel. This is all part of this one world government shit. I'm telling you.
Yeah, well, he is in for Islam. That's for sure. He wants to have a one world religion. So he could be an antichrist, guys. I could be changing my mind the way it's going now. You know what I mean?
Aye.
Well, the thing with Antichrist is you don't know he's Antichrist till he reveals himself to
That's
be.
what I'm
the
saying.
Antichrist.
But as I'm saying, I could be. I always said, no, I don't think he's the Antichrist. But the more I see people worshiping him with everything, even the Christians like going crazy. And I mean, I don't know if you guys saw he's the people that prayed for him recently, or it was a Hindu. They had a Hindu prayer for him after he got shot, like blessing him and stuff. It's like, how the hell do you get that right?
Yeah.
But yeah, it's really weird stuff going on. For all you know, he could. I still don't think he is the Antichrist. I still think he's just kind of setting the path for him. You know what I mean?
I think he's just a distraction.
Yeah, he's an antichrist, but he's not the.
Yeah, so it's. I still think we're really close, guys.
Oh, man.
The thing is, like, who else is going to step up to be this big world savior, though? You know.
You're going to have to be your own heroes, man. And use your discernment. That's all there is. You can't look to another man to take care of you.
No.
Okay? That's all. You just can't. And these people right here, you got to understand, every one of these people, they go to different schools. They learn how to act like you, but they are not you. And the reason they act like you is so that you'll trust them. But always remember this. Anyone that seeks power should be barred from having it.
Well, it's okay, guys. Everyone's just going to vote for Mr. Beast as president 2048. So everything's going to be fine.
Yeah, right.
Think about a YouTuber being the president of the United States. Wow. It's going to do well.
4-time SmackDown champion, super porn star. If
you hit likes,
I got the.
if you hit likes for me today, I'll give you £1,000.
Absolutely.
I got the video of the Hindu prayer. If you.
Oh yeah. Get it up. We can check this. It's insane, and just listen to what this woman says. Ooh, it gave me chills. I literally got goosebumps and chills listening to this.
I don't know if this is the right one though.
No, it's not this one.
Oh no, it's a different one. Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's a different one. They actually had her standing in the thereby opening the prayer for their.
It was during the Republican National Convention.
Yeah.
It was like the first day, I think.
Yep. Let's see if I can find it quickly.
Did you see where they also had a white horse running down the river?
Oh yeah, pale
The
rider.
Olympics, a pale horse.
Pale rider thing, yeah.
Oh, there's so much like blasphemy in those Olympic ceremonies. It's not even funny.
I know they had the golden
Oh,
cow.
no.
Ardas. It's the Ardas prayer. Here we go.
If I had a nickel for every time Trump got worshipped by Hindus, I'd have 2 nickels. That's not a lot, but it's weird that it happened twice.
2 nickels.
Oh, jeez.
But the prayer itself was cringe.
Yeah.
But I mean, this proves that he's not a Christian, guys. Because if you're a Christian, you wouldn't accept this. You know what I mean?
Thank you, everyone. These last 48 hours have been some of the most intense, yet most prayerful of our lives. The heinous attack on President Trump and his supporters made all of us pause and seek answers and comfort. I come from a family of Sikh immigrants. I am honored to share with you, my fellow Republicans and guests tonight, a prayer from my faith tradition practiced by over 25 million worldwide. We recite the Ardas prayer before any new endeavor, giving thanks to God and asking for his protection and help to uphold the values of humility, truth, courage, service, and justice.
My question is, okay, if Trump is a Christian and he's, you know, his whole cabinet and everything is Christians, why do they have a Hindu coming on to pray?
Yeah. Yep.
Justice for all. To show respect, we cover our heads when we pray. तू ठाकर तुम पे अरदास जियो पिंड सब तेरी.
Huh?
Sounds demonic, doesn't it?
It's
Yeah.
and I mean, look at the people in the crowd.
Catchy beat.
I mean, they're all praying with. No. No, what the hell?
Wow.
They're all, look at that. These people are supposed to be Christians.
When someone just starts chanting something in a foreign language, you just immediately start praying, and you think,
Out
yeah,
of
it's Jesus.
respect. It's
Yes,
out of
Jesus.
respect.
adversity, like a founding father centuries ago. And we thank you, dear God.
He's looking at her like, okay. Yeah, that when I couldn't. It's crazy.
What you should be doing when she's doing that is praying against it at the same
Yeah,
time.
but that's the issue I have that the people weren't. They were praying with her.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. No.
That's I do think they're trying to push a one world religion kind of thing.
Well, of
equality for all.
Mind that crap.
You'll never need to vote because voting will never happen again.
Exactly. We don't. Why must we all fight to have different opinions? Let's all have the same opinion. We all have the same God.
Yeah.
You know, the Islamists and the Christians and the Jews and the Hindus and the Krishnas.
I don't know if
you all
you-
have the same God.
The Orthodox Russian Church, I'm pretty sure, they're constructing something in Moscow that has a mosque, a synagogue, a Buddhist temple, a Russian church, and then something else. I'll see if I can find it. But
wow,
yeah,
what, like a multiplex type of thing?
Yeah,
Place. Wow.
It's the ecumenism stuff. Chrislam.
That's so true, Sandro. Hindus saying God, they have hundreds. Actually, I think they have thousands of gods.
Yeah, a god for everything.
Oh,
in
that wasn't Hindu though, right? That was Sikh.
Sikh.
Yeah.
Hindus have got like gods for a blade of grass, God for a little bit of earth, gods for a snail. I don't know. The gods for
Because I think because I think they believe in reincarnation. That's why they have gods. for
They
everything.
do, but the Sikhs tend to always convert to Christianity very easily. I've
Well,
noticed
yeah, they
so
do.
many being converted.
Yeah, I've got
and,
seen
dramatic changes in them.
Yeah.
And it's pretty amazing to see.
Yeah, I've got a Sikh mate, and he's always on about. He's always blessing Jesus Christ. Thank the Lord, he says. You know what I mean? And he's Sikh.
Okay, the vote so far, guys, I got 38 votes in. Will the 24-hour sun only show the globe to be false based on the globe only having one way to work? 45% say yes, 55% say no. And you understand why I'm saying it's not going to make a difference?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, his face sunk right down when I said it's not. I said if, which I don't think you will. I said if you see a 24-hour sun in Antarctica, the Earth is not suddenly going to be convex. I said the physical impossibilities surrounding the globe are not going to suddenly be possible.
No.
And you can see kind of. Then he went back to this.
People are still going to choose to believe it's a globe or flat or whatever anyway. No matter what they see there. That's what I'm saying. It's just a waste of money. Use that money for something like he's called to do as a pastor.
Mm-hmm. Exactly. I mean, it's not mission work, is it? It's not missionary work at all. I mean, there's no salt. You're not going out trying to save people. You're not going out spreading the gospel. You're going out trying to prove something.
It's like, yeah, think about it. It's like trying to force someone to do something they don't want to do, and you're paying them to do it.
I sent the link to it to the thing in the chat. You can see it's an interfaith center. This was January.
But anyway, let's say you know someone, okay, and you're like, I want you to become a lawyer. And that person says, I don't even know you, and no, I don't want to become a lawyer. I'm a race car driver. You know what I mean? It's like, no, I'm paying you to become a lawyer. Why? The guy is going to say, okay, fine. He pays him to study to become a lawyer, and then he becomes a race car driver anyway. What did you accomplish? Oh, you just messed your money up. You just gave it away. You could have used that money on something else. Orthodox Christianity, interfaith. Ooh, interesting. Let's quickly check that. Is it showing on screen? Yeah.
Yep.
Interfaith center with church, mosque, Jewish, and Buddhist temples to be built in Moscow. Oh my word!
That's ridiculous. They built.
Well, I don't know if you guys been checking lately. The Pope.
It's not much on this.
The Pope actually kissed the Quran recently and said the Quran is exactly the same as the Bible.
Oh my goodness! What the heck?
How can you say that? I mean, that's
wow.
Even a normal person that doesn't believe at all in Jesus, and they've read both, they could see the differences a mile away.
Yeah, he says it's the same. So the Pope is definitely in Chrislam. It's sad. So the construction of the Interfaith Cultural and Educational Center in Kommunar section, Moscow, will begin this year. The site will include the Orthodox Church, a mosque, a Jewish temple, a Buddhist temple, representing that Russian constitute recognizes the four traditional religions of Russia. The site will include a special center for public activists, people with disabilities, and elderly, in schools for the blind. It's also planned to hold education events, workshops, and exhibitions. In addition to Interfaith Center, will be involved in patriotic education. Ooh. We believe that this project will be an important contribution to strengthening interethnic and interreligious harmony. Mufti Abdurkranov, head of the Spiritual Assembly of Muslims of Russia, said to a meeting with President Vladimir Putin and the Public Chamber of Russian Federation in November. I want to ask something. What does the Quran say specifically about Christians and Jews?
That they're infidels.
We'll be put in their place for hellfire.
Yeah.
We'll be put in their place for hellfire.
We are the worst of creatures, guys. Now, how can they say we're supposed to stand together?
Exactly.
The Quran says that when in Judgment Day comes, Allah created the Jews and the Christians to take the sin upon us so the Muslims can go to Jannah,
Wow.
to heaven.
Wow.
Yeah. Pretty sad.
Yeah.
So to the Jews, we're Jesus.
Just a demonic religion.
Let me see if I can get that on the Pope quickly. There we go. Pope kisses Quran.
That's unbelievable.
Did his lips stick to it?
It's sizzling.
It burned his.
It probably welded onto his face.
Oh, that was Paul John kissing the Quran. That was 12 years ago.
Pope John Paul.
And then Pope kisses Imam Newbit. Wow. Ooh, also 12 years ago. On the lips. Yeah, it's quite there.
Oh my goodness.
And a year ago, why did St. John Paul II
Told you they kiss each
Quran?
Now you know why.
Dalai Lama tried
Another
to
Pope.
lick a kid.
Wait. He's not the only Pope to do it. There's more than one Pope kissing the Quran, guys. Huh. That's weird.
Now you know I left the Catholic faith behind like a dirty shirt.
Ooh, and now the Pope says being gay must be made legal worldwide.
Wow.
Yeah.
So when he reads it's an abomination in the Old Testament, that means nothing to it.
The Bible is not the authority, PJ. The Pope. The Vatican is the authority. This is the whole thing. This is what this whole thing of the Reformation was about.
Well, he's God, isn't he? He's Jesus' only representative, or replacement, should I say, on earth.
Right. He got elected by some guys in dresses.
Yeah.
They burned this smoke. And that smoke, they had to burn that smoke. And they said, that's it. That's God saying, this guy is Jesus on earth. Yeah, that's it.
That's it, yeah.
Assalamu alaikum, dear brothers and sisters. This video is mainly about the reaction of Pope Francis after the desecration of the Holy Quran that took place in Sweden. But before talking about that, I would like to start with a very important the incident celebrating the great even the go ahead. No one ever asked about the perpetrator's religion, nor has the media. He is only Muslim. There will be a ton of information.
What we do care about is why is the Pope saying they should defend the Quran. I want to get to that is because this guy's obviously a Muslim. Sorry, I don't care what the Muslim said, to be honest. He's even going to show the Pope saying it. That's the thing I want to see.
Expressed his anger. He strongly condemned this act committed in front of a mosque with approval from the Swedish authorities.
So I just said it. Okay, never mind. Sorry, guys. We talk Islam. Yeah, you talk the bullshit. Yes.
Do you Islam?
I'm sorry, I don't have respect for Islam. Because he doesn't have respect for, because he doesn't have respect for us.
Yeah. You hear that every day, yeah.
Salam alaikum.
Every day.
Shalom baloney.
Salam alaikum. Salam alaikum. You should say what? Sam needs some more ham.
Salami and bacon.
Salami and bacon.
Salami and bacon.
I love you if you say that back to them. Salam
alaikum, and they reply back, alaikum salam.
I need some more ham.
Forward and back.
I need some more.
Yeah, salami and bacon to you too, buddy. Right on.
Why do they worship a meteor?
Sorry?
Don't they worship a meteor?
The black stone.
You know, the rock. The black,
Kaaba.
the sky ice or whatever it is.
They kissed the Kaaba.
Yep.
What is the Kaaba?
It's just a black stone. It's a pagan idol that when they
supposedly fell from the sky.
No.
Some claim it contains Satan.
Yeah.
It used to be a pagan idol, and when the Muslims overthrew Mecca, they made it their.
So they fought against it, and then they took it over and started worshiping it anyway.
Even
That's
circling
logical.
even circling the black stone is a pagan ritual. Half the rituals that the Islams do are pagan rituals, which they condemn.
Yeah.
Which
Even
is
if it's not directly linked to paganism, they cannot link it to Abraham or any.
No, it's linked to real paganism. The places they took.
Oh yeah,
over,
no, the actual
they took their
black
tradition-
stone. Yeah, no, Saturn
They-
worship. Yeah.
They took their traditions.
You got to keep turning because Saturn, Satan turns.
BlackRock every single time.
Oh yeah, I am the Black Rock.
BlackRock.
Yeah, really.
I don't know. I was
they
on Adam's stream yesterday before our stream started, and we were talking about the large giant cock of Islam. I don't know if you guys heard about it.
Giant cock.
Allah's giant cock touches the ground from heaven. It's made of pearls. That's crazy. Yeah.
None are better.
They circle the stone because of Coriolis.
Well, they have to swirl the ball sack,
It's the magnetic field, man. It's the magnetic field.
Not that.
I always get this weird.
It is weird how modern
Hopefully this
architecture is just obelisks, like phallics to the sky.
Yeah, well, when you look at, especially there in like Washington and stuff, if you look at the shapes they laid out, the roads and the obelisks and everything, it makes things like pentagrams, and it makes like the owl and everything from the.
There's an inverted pentagram, and this is interesting too. And there's a trophy or an object on each point of that pentagram. And when they built the Pentagon, September 11th, 1941, at the last minute, FDR moved the location of where they were going to build it so that it was right on the point of the star. So it's almost just like a pentagram drawn on the floor with a circle around it and an object, a totem on each one of the points. That's some rough stuff, man. The Masonic Temple, where Albert Pike is buried, is there, and it's a pyramid structure that is the same underground as it is above ground, as above, so below. And Albert Pike is buried right down at the apex, in the bottom.
Which law of Hermes Trismegistics is that? I'm not sure. Yeah, as above, so below.
Good old
a lot of the sacred geometry. This is even in England, I'm pretty sure, where the Knights Templar building, like the first, is close to like the first bank or something. Or I'm pretty sure the Knights Templar building is the first bank. I'm not sure. Yeah, a lot of. And then I don't know. We were watching the Will Duffy stuff, right? Are we gonna go back to that, or is that done?
Oh, no, it's not. It's not necessary, because all he's gonna do is just go, this guy, he showed it, and he used the light with a glass bowl, and it showed a reflection.
The Coptic.
But the issue is he had another bowl inside there, and we don't live in two bowls. And then the next one was, okay, he took the bowl out. Now his issue was that he had someone else standing there using a phone camera. He made excuses on why it shouldn't work. In other words, that's all it was about.
Anything with those little domes with the little cutout map inside of it, fair enough. They just say it's not a model, so you can't really. The light doesn't matter.
The issue comes when you make those little demonstrations of the scale. Okay. You're not going to get a light source and everything with the distance you need. You need it at a very special, certain distance to replicate what you want to get. And the issue is that's why most of the time they take it outside the bowl to do the light refractions. because you can't really get inside it to do it because you're too big to climb inside the ball.
Yeah.
And so that's why I find it really it's redundant to do those things actually.
Yeah, no, because every other way they can just cope around it and saying, well, the light source isn't accurate to your size of the Earth and to your size of the sun, and you don't know how big the sun is, so how can you demonstrate it? Yeah. So.
Hey Joe, Barbara, good to see you. Wow. Okay, I can't believe this. We've already got
I would say only demonstrations for flat Earth models. Every other thing. With like density and buoyancy with different densities and different liquids and such, right? Those general and observational ones, right? So those are generally okay. But when it comes to the actual like domed paper disc, is like they don't really buy into that. They can't.
Yeah. I was hoping Joe's going to be here because he wanted to talk about some of those church father books in the 1800s and everything. And I don't want to do it without him because he's mostly the guy that got all that information.
Yeah.
Which is really interesting stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Ooh. Yeah, hopefully Joe's in tomorrow or whatever can look at that as well. That'll be quite cool. So Solve said he's gonna play some guitar and sing. He's been practicing loud again.
Yeah, I'm gonna need a little more. I need a little more practice on that too.
You weren't doing too bad. You make me miss my PV. I really want to get a guitar again.
Do it then. Do it. It's therapeutic as all get out. You know that.
Yeah.
What do you harmonics? What do you guys think about like modern music, like the vibe, like the whole 432 hertz? Yeah.
I tune to 432, and there's a remarkable thing that happens. Like I said, the therapeutic aspect of it. I meld in with the guitar. I just start playing things, and a lot of times I end up fretting chords in the right place that I don't even know. And I'm like, I don't even know what that chord is or how I know it or anything, but it seems to fit. And it's, I was here just not long ago. I had my Gretsch plugged in and I was playing that. And I started playing Run to You by Bryan Adams. And my wife says, I didn't know you knew that song. And I said, I didn't either. I just start playing shit, So yeah, there's a lot to it. There's definitely a lot to it. Think about this. Do you remember it was a couple of years ago, there was some people went to this concert and they died because there was some kind of frequency or something, and they died, and they were just kept the concert going while they were carrying that stuff out, the bodies out. And the guy's name was Travis Scott.
Oh yeah. A lot of people said that had to do with suffocation and such, which that can play a part. But even a bigger actual case that has happened recently with the Taylor Swift concert, a lot of people, you can see videos of them where they're like chanting and actually, and there's this one artist called Playboy Cardi. There's videos of his fans doing satanic rituals.
People go to Taylor Swift concerts and come back without a memory of it.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. Yeah.
Well, what's going on there? But here's the thing: that guy, Travis Scott.
Yeah.
It sounds an awful lot like Tavistock, doesn't it?
Explain the correlation, please.
Do you not know about the Tavistock Institute?
No, layman.
I just gave you a great rabbit hole, bro. They are like this huge social engineering firm, roundtable think tank.
Oh, they're linked in with the roundtable? Oh, okay.
Yeah, this is all about controlling the way you behave, the way you talk, what you wear, what you see, what you eat, all that shit. It's part of this full spectrum domination. Look into the Tavistock Institute. You will be amazed.
All right. As if for the other healing frequency stuff, I do know of like the church bells that they believe that it could actually heal cells in your body.
Yes.
Or something like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Music heals. There's music therapy. There's people go through music therapy. Think about this, how powerful music is. Music is audible emotion.
Yeah,
it is.
It certainly uplifts you when you hear a song that you like, or you just a new song and it gets catchy. You like it instantly, or you listen to a song from back in your childhood or whatever. Instant nostalgia, that kind of feeling, don't you? So it uplifts you without a doubt. So
well, how can a simple sonata with no words evoke a tear?
Yeah, that's fair. You could, because I've had these experiences where you just go back in your mind and you start thinking about things. And it either gets really happy if you're listening to like an upbeat, like Mozart, right? You start thinking of like you doing great things, but when it's sad, like a Beethoven, you start thinking of like the times that you messed up in life, and you start to feel bad, and you kind of feel humbled afterwards. I don't know what it is. It is, yeah, it's good.
Well, and they also will remind you of when that song was like very popular. Like you were saying, it'll take you back in memory. For instance, when I hear Billy Joel's Uptown Girl, immediately transports me to Fort Dix, New Jersey. It's the chow line at breakfast that was playing on the radio in there every damn morning. And
but that's the song you always remember. That's always the song I remember. Well, I don't know about Nate though. I don't think he knows it.
What you
I would have my own song. I would have my own song.
I'm going to ask Nathan, what do you think makes a hit song? What do you think it takes to make a hit song?
I think a hit song, at least in modern music, isn't really a thing, right? Because what do you mean by a hit song? Do you mean something
like something that's real? It's all of a sudden everybody's like, "Oh, there's that jam! I'm gonna, You have
to sign a deal with the devil."
I think
all it takes. I'm just gonna give you. It's real simple. Repetition.
Yeah. No, definitely.
Same four chords. Do you know
constantly.
All songs in the same chords. They use the same four chords.
Oh yes, I do. Yeah.
Look. It's real simple. All you got to do is you change it out just a little bit. Like for instance, you can go, oh, where can our baby be? She's dead, better her than me. Or you can go, Earth angel, will you be mine?
That's
Damn, they can sing.
Same chords, right? Just a small town girl. Just a small town.
Yeah, you'd be shockingly surprised about these songs have the same little tune in the back.
Yep. Yeah, and then. Oh wow, you're still going.
Hey Dave, what frequency is your guitar tuned?
You said 432.
432. That's why it sounds weird. I'm wondering, can you buy one of those tuners that'll tune it to 432 instead of 440?
You'd have to ask him. I don't know.
Same chords.
Yeah,
over and over.
Amazing.
Red wine, man. Come on, red wine.
Red wine.
I don't know. The music today is not the same as it used to be. That's for sure.
No, 100%.
Nope.
I think it's a
horrible song in the 60s. And I remember it. I was a little kid. And it was by a guy named Tiny Tim. And it was called Tiptoe Through the Tulips.
I love that song.
You know the one, right? It was horrible. It went up to number one because they played it so often. And it was just this really weird guy with a ukulele. Tiptoe through the tulips. And
How do you think a song called "I'm Sexy for My Shirt" can be popular?
Flatch, you know, you were just saying about red wine. Well, that group, UB40, it's UB40, they're from about 60 mile away from here, Birmingham, near Sandro. Actually. And they're called UB40 because of they were on the unemployment benefit. That's what UB40 means, unemployment benefit 40. That's what they call it.
Shit.
So, yeah,
that's funny. I did not know that.
Yeah.
I thought it was a German submarine.
We are live on the yellow submarine.
I thought it was a type of wine or something stupid like that. I didn't know.
No, your unemployment benefit 40.
Okay. Wow. We'll learn something.
So basically, poor band.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
Now it's Job Seekers 11.
I need to nearly ruined ukulele.
Oh, also, I remembered what I was talking about with the geometry in English. It's not really geometry, but it's just like a funny coincidence, quote unquote. The Knights Templar building's right next to the Mason Lodge, and then to the Bank of England. It's like all the first ones in England, at least. So yeah.
Oh, you've met them all, have you, Sandro?
Well, they got linking doors, right?
Sandro's met all of you before. I thought you might.
They work in the bank, then they do their Knights Templar, and then they go to the Masonic Temple, all one after the other.
No, it's just like it's just yeah.
I don't know what that is. He's trying. Wife tried to send me something. I don't know what it is. Yeah, that's somebody said something about tuning my guitar to 432. It is always. In fact, not just when I'm alone. If somebody comes over and wants to jam, I'm like tuned to 432. Here's the tuner. It just works out. I don't know. It just sounds better.
How do you get a tuner that does it to 432 and not 440? Do you have to buy a special one?
Yeah, like I got this right here. This is a little electronic tuner, and I can clip this onto the end of my headstock.
Well, I've got one too, but I'm saying, how do you know?
Yeah, you can set the tuning at the top.
Yeah.
I don't know. If
I didn't know.
432 up at the top right now.
Hey, you got a request. $2 super chat from Roger. Thank you for says play Blackbird.
I don't know Blackbird. I mean, not right off. I mean, it's been probably 20 years or better, but I'll do that another day. Absolutely. I'll play something to play.
Bruce Wayne Shoes, come on.
Play Dawkins Mr. Stereo, that's a good
Or Jailhouse Rock.
Jailhouse Rock. Let me give me a few minutes. I'll think of something. I'll play something here in a minute. Got to get my brain in gear.
I just want to say, Dave, you're great. You sound great, bro. You sing good. You play really awesome. I did not know that. I did not know that about you.
Goodness gracious, great balls of fire.
That's awesome.
You ran on my brains. You drop a man insane. Yeah, that's one thing I want to get my wife again.
Goodness gracious, great balls of fire.
Me and my wife have actually written like 25 songs together.
Who has?
Me and my wife. I want to put together again.
Who's singing in your song that you premiered?
I got one for you.
Is that AI?
I use the AI voice for it.
What do you got, Dave?
Because I don't have it in my wife. Not feeling.
All right, I got one for you. Let me see. Got all this shit in my way here. Hang on. All right.
Yeah, because I looked at I seen the thumbnail and I was like, oh, sorry. I'm sorry.
Oh, you're all right, man.
Crazy Train, yeah, that'd be good. Good one.
Who wants to ride that chrome three-wheeler? Who wants to make that first mistake? Who wants to wear gypsy leather and head out to fire day? breaks the news about Uncle Joe. You remember Uncle Joe? He was the one afraid to cut the cake. Who wants to tell old Aunt Sarah? Joe's run off to violate. Joe's run off to violate. Joe's run off to violate. Who wants to brave those bronze beauties in the sun with their long locked hair flowing, blind as a rock, with their smiles so shy and they float so well, and they lay you down so fast. Do you look straight up and say, oh Lord, am I really here at last? Who wants to be those eights and aces? Who needs a raise? Who needs a stay? Who wants to take that long shot gamble and head out to violate?
Come on.
Woo! And this is what they would do back in the day.
Woo!
I did it live on my show the other week.
It's a good day to live on the flat earth.
Brilliant, man. It was great.
It was a nice surprise. He just played guitar and says, oh, let's do this. Excellent.
Oh,
Excellent.
there's somebody dingy-danging me.
That was good. Thank you very much.
You see, the problem is people don't listen to stuff like that nowadays, so they're filled with anxiety all day.
Yeah, you know the music nowadays, Nate, everything nowadays is sampled and stuff like that. It's all been done. I mean, and what they're sampling is stuff from way back when. I mean, even stuff in the 80s was sampled from stuff in the 60s and all that. So it's just...
Yeah, but even now, they're just recycling.
Yeah.
They're just recycling the old music now.
Of course, of course. There's no talent to music nowadays. Well, a little bit. I mean, if you're good
talent, but they've run out of it.
Yeah, if you're good at computers, then you can make music. But before, you used to be good at singing or to play an instrument. It's not like that. You don't have to anymore.
Oh, well, today you must have you have to have auto-tune.
It's all been done before, guys. It's all been done before.
It's all auto-tune and computerized shit. Yeah.
That's it.
And what I see the other day, they said that Taylor Swift is one of the best guitarists in the last 50 years or some shit like that. I'm like, what?
Really? No.
What about,
I don't think so, man.
What about Joe Satriani and Steve Vai
The thing is,
Yngwie Malmsteen and stuff like that, you know?
the reason I think
God.
They're guitarists.
Carlos Santana.
Yeah,
Oh,
I was
yes,
thinking
yes.
that as well.
Soul Sacrifice.
Yeah, man.
Do you ever see his Woodstock performance of Soul Sacrifice?
Fantastic.
That's
Don't forget Jimi Hendrix. And don't forget Phil Kagi. There's so many talented guitar players, man.
Yeah, I think
Alex
Darren
Lifeson. Alex Lifeson from Rush.
I used to like Darren Malakian from System of a Down. That guy, wow. He could also play guitar.
space may be the final frontier, but it's made in a Hollywood basement. Dave, you need to do a cover on that song.
I used to play that song.
Don't forget the firstborn unicorn.
Little girls from Sweden. Little girls from Sweden. In their Hollywood quotations. Greta.
They're
calling me
alligators and long neckies.
Get back to work. Hollywood quotations.
Morris says next to me is karaoke night or the Flatzoid Collective and we Bible study.
We could do flat Earth songs. There are a lot of them, dude. The Fool on the Hill. That's a good one. Sees the world.
And the world
really loud.
Sees the world spinning round.
Oh yeah, good song. The Beatles got a couple of good ones in there. I like Yesterday too.
Speaking of Tavistock,
Oh, my trouble seems so far away.
And now it looks
as though they're here to stay.
Oh, I believe in
Globe
yesterday.
Rippers have 0% of this talent.
Why did she go? I don't know. She wouldn't stay. Yeah,
All the Lonely People's a good one. I like that one
What
too.
was that one? It goes, I once had a girl, or should I say, she once had me. She showed me the room, isn't it good? Only wood. She told
So,
me
Dave,
she looked in the morning and started to laugh. Told her I didn't and crawled off to sleep in the bath. And when I awoke, this girl was gone, this bird had flown. I sat by a fire, isn't it good? Norwegian wood. I tried to learn that one day, and that's got some twist your fingers into pretzel stick fucking chords and shit. And I was like, nah, that's right. I don't like
People are going to see
Dave.
the title be confused.
Do you know any Cream songs by chance?
No.
Oh, come on. Eric Clapton's an excellent guitar player, isn't he?
Yeah, well, I don't know. I know one Clapton song. This is
Got a lot of wind, Roger. We're struggling to hear anything, man. Sorry.
Let me see how that goes.
Oh, wow.
Late in the evening, she's wondering what clothes to wear. She puts on her makeup, brushes her long blonde hair, and then she asks me, do I look alright? I say, my darling, you look wonderful tonight. Go to a party, and everyone turns to the sea. This beautiful lady is walking around with me, and then she asks me, do you feel alright? I say, my darling, I feel wonderful tonight. 'Cause I feel wonderful whenever I see the love light in your eyes. And the wonder of it all is you don't even realize how much I love you. It's time to go home now. I got an aching head. She gives me her car keys. She helps me to bed. And then I tell her, as I turn out the light, I say, my darling, you were wonderful tonight.
Yeah, man.
Yo.
Beautiful, Soph. Beautiful.
Nice.
Are you not entertained?
Very good. Yeah.
Entertained.
Sorry, I was just in Element laughing at Aaron Armstrong, thinking he can threaten to sue me if I have him in my documentary. And the idiot's so stupid, he goes around the whole internet telling everybody he's trying to entice me to use him so he can sue me. Does he know if I show that message in to the plaintiff, they'll throw his suit out straight away?
What an absolute
What an idiot.
And also,
And he's dumb enough to donate money.
That message in itself is great material for the documentary.
Exactly. Aaron, I'm going to use you in my documentary, mate. Sorry to tell you, you're like a great star in that documentary. And unfortunately for you, you're not going to have grounds to sue me because there is steps I can take that doesn't give any personal information of you. On the other hand, what I can do is if you do try and do something, I can really put it back in your case, which you might get arrested for quite bad stuff, man.
Barbara, to tell you the truth, I actually haven't. I actually forgot. I got busy with other shit, but now that you've reminded me, yes, I'm going to get right on it. My God, I did. That's right. Into the Mystic by Van Morrison. Yes, absolutely. That's like
You gotta make her another bag.
That's a great song, man. Absolutely. Into the Mystic. I love Van Morrison.
Yep.
Oh, okay. You're breaking up.
Who is?
Who's breaking up?
Saul was.
No, he wasn't.
Or is
Not
it?
for me. No.
Not for us.
Maybe it's
He was
me
fine.
then.
It's you, Jeff.
Okay. Must be
She
me.
can't hold her any longer, Captain. She's breaking up.
Get something wrong on it right away, sir.
Yeah.
Where is the station today, anyways? It's not there. No station?
No. We're down here on Earth visiting with the dogs, man.
You're going to get arrested, Soph.
I am. I'm going to find that song right now. Oh,
Roger's on CCTV. Look at him. Right under the cameras. Right under the cameras. Roger.
Hello.
Yeah.
I agree, yes.
Right under them. Is that Walmart's? Is that Walmart, is it?
Yes, it's Walmart. See the...
Oh, yeah, of course. We don't have that over here. We've got Wilco's, which is probably our equivalent.
How's the owned by Walmart?
They're the same. They're the same.
They're all owned by the same people, man.
All right. So, Barbara, I now have the music up on my computer. And when I get off of here, I'm going to start working on it again. I forgot all about it, man.
Yeah.
It's hard, man. I've got and that's another thing too. I'll start playing something and it's like reminiscent of something else. And the next thing I know, I'm like playing the other song and I'm like, no, that's wrong. I'm like, it's,
Roger, all we can see is your crotch, dude.
He's like,
then he zoomed in on it.
You're welcome, lady.
Guys, Ryan was doing it the other day.
I know, Ryan was doing it.
It was a free show. Sorry, I didn't mean to hand that out.
He's out there sitting on a Troy belt in front of the Walmart there, a snapper. He's on one of them snapper mowers.
No, it's a radio flyer. That's what I'm on.
Oh wait,
I'm not a big boy.
We're coming up on August. You guys should be getting ready to put Christmas shit out by now, right?
Oh, we already got the Thanksgiving stuff out already, guy. It's already out here.
Wow.
Mental.
Those are little reset markers. All these little holidays that you have, because if you think about it, you have a daily thing. It's the same. You get up at a certain time, you eat your breakfast, you do this thing, right? And so each day, and we mark them up like, oh, look, it's Blue Monday. Oh, Taco Tuesday. It's Hump Day, and then each month we get like a little marker point, like, oh, 4th of July. And, oh, it's Memorial Day. Oh, it's this day or that day. And then you go along all the way to where you watch the little ball drop and it's resets within resets within resets. It's just fucking loops. It's just loops everybody's in.
Well, we still haven't got a summer yet.
No, we haven't really.
It's nearly August and we still haven't had a summer yet.
I must say, it's getting nice and warm here now. It's just actually still a bit cool in the early mornings and late nights a bit, but it's not that bad. But it's nice and hot in the day. So it's definitely chilling.
we had about 3 hot days or something like that, didn't we? Something like that. And yeah, it's been quite neutral, between 20, down to even 12. Yeah. Usually July's really hot.
I had a pretty cool conversation last night with Vika Drazov.
Yeah, Vika's awesome.
Yeah. No, I talked with him last night because I'm wanting to build the Antarctica mechanism.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Right. So because I'm getting all the pieces laser cut. So, but yeah. So we were just talking about that, and he wants to build a really cool kind of setup. So it's going to be pretty awesome when we get it all done here. So. Shout out to Vika.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, Vika sound.
Oh man. Oh, I should do that.
That's the Asian guy you went on Flatzoid and had an interview on, or a talk on, wasn't it?
Vika?
Yeah.
Well, I'm not sure what nationality Vika is, but like if you his last name is Russian or Ukraine or Ukraine or whatever, but he lives in Spain.
Okay, him with the long hair.
Yeah.
Yeah. Some guy. Yeah, I just thought he was Asian. I didn't realize. Maybe someone else. I just thought he was Asian. Because Vika sounds like an Asian name to me. But,
He's like
I don't mean like Chinese Asian. I mean like.
Oh, it's Russian
Asian.
It's Russian or something, man.
His last name, yeah. I looked up his last name to see what nationality it's from, but it says it says Ukrainian, and then also says Serbian, then Russian, and
yeah, that's right. He's Ukrainian.
Right, so
he's Ukrainian. He told me I was on his show one time. That's right. He's Ukrainian.
Yeah. There you go. So
yeah, he's definitely not Asian.
Yeah. European.
Yes, Roger.
Yeah, that's Roger.
I'm gonna do some barbecue today. I think I'm gonna cook a couple of steaks.
That sounds delicious.
It does, don't it?
Yeah. I should probably do the same.
So I'll probably head up to the old grocery store here in a little bit after I get off here and see what I can pick out. See what I hear they're putting in a financing department in the grocery store now. So.
Oh yeah. Take out a mortgage to get some steak.
Yeah, right. I couldn't believe. I can't believe it, man.
Oh, my son did the smart thing. He got himself a big, humongous deep freeze, and him and his buddy went halfers on buying an entire cow.
That's what
at
we've done.
The 4-H. At the 4-H there, they have those auctions, and they got it really cheap, like stupid cheap. I'm like, oh my! I go, are you kidding me? He goes, no. He goes, like they got some. The cow was, I think it was. I think it, like, they only paid like $5,000 for it, and
Really?
it was it was a big, humongous cow, like huge. It's like, he goes, we have enough food for a year and a half to 2 years with how much they got. So,
Damn. What's this thing they got in Russia called telephone booth boxing?
Wow. Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They put a couple of guys in a telephone booth and they box inside.
Oh yes, I've seen videos of that. It was
This is crazy.
What's up, Ian?
Peace, family. Thanks for having me. You guys look great. You guys sound great. I thought I was listening to Dave rock the house too, man.
Yeah, man. Oh, good, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, the ones in charts for you, Dave. You and Mr. Super Sidewinder do a song together.
Yeah, that'd be all right. Yeah.
That'd be cool. Definitely.
I don't know. My wife keeps trying to send me some kind of video and it doesn't come through. No, it didn't work, honey. Wow. Yeah, I started playing with my guitar last night, and next thing I knew, it was like 3:30, and I was like, "Oh shit, I gotta go to fucking bed, man." You know,
You got lost.
because I was like, "Oh, it's only 11:30. I'll play around on my guitar a little bit," and I started playing some shit. And the next thing I know, it's like 3:30 in the morning. I'm like, "Oh man, I gotta go to bed." Fuck.
The witching hour, yeah.
Yeah, it happens. Time flies when you're having fun.
It's true.
Mm-hmm.
It's really true.
Yeah. Anybody got anything crazy? Oh, you had the Green Valley Book Fair.
Yeah.
Weekend, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
I think it's open this weekend. Let me double check. Check real quick.
Yeah.
Oh, I got so many damn tabs open.
Cabinators.
Tomorrow I was looking at chopping some wood.
Here we
probably
go.
First thing in the morning, and then head out there.
Yeah, Saturday 8 p.m. Tuesday through Saturday 8 a.m. to 5 p.m.
Okay. 8 to 5. Okay.
So yeah,
Oh,
let me give you that.
Oh, okay.
Let me give you Tuesday through Saturday. Real quick, I'm going to go ahead and I'll put this over in the private chat too. Ding ding ding. There you go.
Amazing. There it is. Great.
Amazing. He lives in Virginia too. He's about an hour, maybe hour and a half north of me.
Yeah, pretty close.
Northeast.
Yep. With worse internet.
That's because people from Virginia are excessively cool. So we all know that.
Yeah, there's no modesty there.
No. I mean, there's more presidents have come from this single state alone than any other state. You know that, right?
Yeah. What's his name's from here? Old dude's from Winchester.
So people still read books.
Yeah.
Yes, absolutely.
Yeah, something a lot of people don't know how to do anymore.
Woodrow Wilson was from Stanton. And then, of course, you got George Washington, Thomas Jefferson, John Adams.
Bird.
Yeah. So, of course, this was like the most prominent and huge state in the entire United States at one time. It was, and what's the worst part is that it was one of the richest states at the beginning of the Civil War, and it didn't get back its pre-Civil War economic status until like 1986.
Oh,
brutal.
Yeah. I mean, it was like one of the last states to secede, but took like most of the brunt of the war.
Yeah, I think actually I live like on battlegrounds or something like that. It really surprised me because you see a lot of the stone walls everywhere around here.
Well, Fredericksburg was, what was that, December 1862, and that was a slaughter for the Union Army. The Confederates were behind a stone wall, and here's what was really going on. They kept sending in wave after wave of Union soldiers to attack the stone wall. But what they were really doing was getting the Confederate soldiers to use up their ammunition. And the way they were doing that was they were using Irish, okay? Because they were recruiting the Irish down at the docks when they'd immigrate in and say, hey, if you sign up for a year and a half, after a year and a half, we give you so much land and a mule, and you get all these benefits and everything after your enlistment's up, right? So what they did is they didn't have to come through on the enlistment bonus, and they were able to get the Confederates to have to use up their ammunition.
Wow.
Yeah, they did that even in Gettysburg. That was one of the things that sparked the New York City draft rights. Have you ever seen the movie Gangs of New York?
Yes.
Yeah, it's good. It's a good movie.
All right, that's what that was. They found out what was going on in Gettysburg, and also they were shipping all the contraband which was like they were forcibly removing slaves and sending them north. And they're like, and already the Irish were having a rough time anyways, and now they were having to compete with another group.
Wow, that sounds familiar.
Yeah, it was bad. Abraham Lincoln actually had a naval bombardment of New York. He ordered a naval bombardment of New York. Yeah. This guy was a tyrant. Lincoln was a terrible, terrible, terrible person. He really was. He was a terrible, terrible person. He was the first bar attorney. He's what was instrumental in bringing the Bar Association in.
Good grief, man. That's what, you know what? I'm starting to realize the more and more that the 1800s, especially the mid 1800s around there, that time period, like the 1850s, 1860s, 1840s, like that was a weird period. And watching these guys, right? Like these guys like the, Jared Boosters, and I talk about them all the time. But the old world folks, they like hang out in that time frame, and they're like, something happened.
Yeah.
And the more you look at it, you're like, yo, something happened. Like, I don't know about everywhere else, but I know for sure, potentially something happened here. So it's crazy, like what you're talking about with Lincoln and everything else, because that's during his time. And here's another thing: do you know when the book Charles Darwin's book Theory of Evolution? You know when that was published?
What was it? 1840, I think, wasn't it?
1859.
59. Okay.
So it's around that same time frame where all this craziness is going on.
Yeah.
And I'm like, golly, man. Yeah.
Ian, do you have two mics by you?
It sounds a little like, sounds like you're coming through mono. Like,
yeah, it sounds like you're coming.
You're probably coming through your computer's mic and not your mic on your headphone.
That's how it
Hold
sounds.
on, let me give it.
You sound like you're way far away.
Yeah. How about now?
Talk.
Say, speak. Oh, he's free. Whoops, excuse me.
How about now? Do I sound better?
No, it's all the same.
The same. It's like when you've got headphones
coming through the computer. Yeah.
Mm.
It sounds better than last night, I have to say.
Oh, a lot better than last night.
How about now?
There we go. There we
All
go.
right.
That's it. That's it. That's what was after.
Yeah. Yeah, man. It's just crazy. This 1800s period, just how much missing time we have. Just so much missing time, so much missing history. Yeah. And then if you go to, apparently, like, I don't know for sure because I haven't seen it for myself, but if you go to the middle of the country, like around Kansas and stuff, apparently they've got buildings that are buried in the mud or in the earth. Buried buildings.
Yeah. Well, think about this. Luxor was discovered, okay? And it was under 40 feet of sand.
What?
Yeah, what happened? What, everybody just forgot to sweep? They just stopped making food or something one day? How did that occur?
Right? All right.
You see all these anomalies like Angkor Wat. What is up with that?
Yes.
Right?
And it's funny because you have a lot of those regions where they had, in Vietnam, there was that movie that came out with Spike Lee in it. Well, not with Spike Lee in it, but he made it. And this was right before Chad Boseman died. And it was about it's like the Five Bloods. I think that's what it's called, right? And it's these Vietnam vets that go back to Vietnam. And I think what they're doing is they're like on a guy's trip because they're Vietnam vets, but they're going back to where it all originally started from, right? Their friendship and everything. And so while they're there, they're looking for gold. And so they find a big old cache of gold that they buried or something along those lines. But either way, they go back and they're in the middle of ruins, all these ruins. And I'm looking and I'm like, damn, I bet a lot of Vietnam might have been like this at some point before the war. And it probably looked majestic. You know what I'm saying? Before we decided to do what we normally do everywhere else that has these places of antiquity, like it probably looked majestic. I'm sure you can find pictures somewhere.
Sure.
But those places were just ruins now.
Yeah, the jungle eat them up and everything.
Yeah. Yep.
Same thing down in South America. They find shit like that, you know.
Right.
And this is the thing. We know we've been given through our indoctrination collective amnesia. And if you think about it, if an amnesia patient, the first things that they ask is, "Who am I? Where am I?
Yeah.
What day is it?" Right. Well, we've been lied to about the actual date. We've been lied to about who we actually are.
Oh yeah.
And we've been lied to about where we are.
Yep. You can't figure nothing out with those standards. Without those
No.
standards, you can't figure shit out.
That's right. So now you have to investigate into it. You have to try to build into it, because what do we have? We have his story.
Yep.
History. We have his story. We have his timeline, which is all screwed up. We know that we had Gregory or the popes added 1,000 years. Total, there's been like 1,000 years added to our timeline.
What?
And if you question some of it, there are laws to put you in jail.
Think about this.
Wait, where?
Well, for certain topics.
Okay.
Yeah.
I know in Europe, the whole, them
there's even speculation because, like, you look at these cities that are along the Nile, the Mississippi, and they seem to match these ones that are along the Nile. Right.
Memphis.
And
That's
I actually think that it's very possible that the events that are spoke of in the Bible happened here and not over there in what they call the Middle East right now. Okay. What kind of wood did God tell Noah?
Gopher wood.
Gopher wood. Gopher wood only comes from the southeastern United States, particularly Florida and Louisiana and southern Mississippi, which is right around a fertile crescent.
That's right.
DC was called Rome. Washington DC was once called Rome.
Thank
and
you,
they
Roger,
have
for your
pictures.
$2 super chat. He says, "Look up Siam and the King of Siam."
The King of.
Yeah, thank you very much for your super
sounds
chat, man. Really appreciate it.
Southeast Asia area.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh yeah. That's where those cats are from.
Siamese.
They have these people. They have people that are stuck together there too. Their twins get stuck together.
Chinese twins, yeah.
Huh. Now that's interesting. Now what's crazy about that is it's almost as if they misplaced us deliberately. Like just totally misplaced us and history just to throw us way off.
100% intentional. Yeah.
Anna and the King of Siam. Interesting.
He who controls the present controls the past, and he who controls the past controls the future.
Yep. And this is why those things like those book burnings are such a critical period in history. And as a matter of fact, I think they had another book burning recently. Well, when I say recently, I'm talking about within the last 15 years. They had one in St. Louis, or not St. Louis, but in Missouri. And they were burning all these, what they called books that promoted witchcraft. And I'm like, what are you doing? Like, what are you doing? You're setting up a bad. You're setting up a bad precedence right now.
We have to burn all the Harry Potter books, man.
Yeah, right.
Here's the thing too, and that reminds me too. They changed the definition again in Webster's for level.
Yeah.
But anyway, yeah, book burning electronically, okay, because everybody's going to digital media.
Right.
Paper books are becoming a thing of the past.
Yep.
And so with digital media, what can they do? They can change everything with the stroke of a key. Now, I brought this up, blew Ironworks' mind the other night with this, that the first digital book reader was called what? Kindle. Kindling. You were kindling. What is kindling? Kindling's what you start a fire. In fact, your whole little thing is a thing of a fire, isn't it?
Yep. That shit is deep.
That's your modern book burning right there, bro.
Yep. And then if you try to
They call it a Kindle Fire.
A PDF can even be alterated with
exactly, and that's the thing is they're like, oh, we've got a fax copy of this, and even if you go to
Oh, you're cutting out. Wait.
Oh boy, how about now?
That's better. Yeah.
So if you go to eBay and you try to buy certain books, what they're going to do is they're going to try and give you a digital copy of the book.
Yeah.
And then they're going to say, oh, this is a fax copy of it. So for $20, you could get the same thing. It's just digital. I'm like, man, y'all done changed this thing so many times. Who do you think you're fooling?
Exactly. Exactly.
Yeah, man. Like you can't, like even that Urbano Monte map, right? Like everybody has like some form of digital copy of it. If you want the original thing, of course you're not going to get the original. It's like a 10 by 10 foot freaking map, right? But you have to go to, from what I'm being told, you have to go to like Stanford University in order to like see it live, see it in person. But something like that, it's like, how do you know they didn't mess with those things? How do you know they didn't like smudge something out? Because a lot of it looked like somebody like poured soup on it or poured juice on it. I know it's an old document, you know what I'm saying? But these things could have been altered. All over that Urbano Monte map, you've got those blocks, you've got those squares with freaking empty space in them. How do we know they didn't just remove whatever originally was in there? You've got like 4 of those squares, 4 or 5 of those squares, something like that, just empty. And I'm like, well, what the hell are those things there for? I'm sure he wanted to write something, or he must have written something. I don't believe that he would leave us with an incomplete map. You know?
Yeah, well, there's the one box on there. If you look, there's a list of names, and there's a picture of Urbano Monte himself, and he's holding open this thing. And those are all the contributing cartographers. So it wasn't just him; it was all of those guys together. Their work together that came to make that map. I saw where Flats was looking for that, where it changed, because where it says the, I'll find it again.
Let's have it on again.
Yeah, it said that because when it said before that it went with the curvature of the water.
I'm gonna put it on for you quickly, and then you can.
I got it up on my screen right here, over here. Because they changed that now to say that it's. Yeah, here's one. Horizontal condition, especially equilibrium of a fluid marked by a horizontal surface of even altitude. Water seeks its own level is the thing that they say in there too. Let me bring up my one that I got. It's Merriam-Webster. And that number 3 on here. Water seeks its own level. Yeah, I just saw that where it said, because it used to say, here you go. A line or surface that cuts perpendicular all plumb lines that it meets, and hence would everywhere coincide with a surface of still water. That wasn't in there before.
Yeah. Stuck. Oh, you see, those guys are gonna run to that thing. They're gonna jump right to that. I could see them now.
Yeah, I can see it too.
Yeah, but go to the bottom, Solve. Go right to the bottom. More. Go again, more. There where it says choose the right synonym, go.
What?
Up more. Choose the right synonyms for level. Read all that quickly.
Level, flat, plain, even, smooth mean having a surface without bends, curves, or irregularities.
Yeah.
Level applies to a horizontal surface that lies on a line parallel with the horizon.
And you know what's weird? Yeah. You can find all those words that they got there in blue in the definition of level, in adjective, in nouns, it's all there.
I thought that was pretty interesting that this is different now.
Mm-hmm.
So it's gotten attention.
Oh yeah. I've got something to counter that.
Pink, that looked good on me. I like that.
Globus tears find level horizontal.
Yeah.
I like it.
Yeah, man.
Oh, I like the onesie. That's kind of cool.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you can get it for the babies.
I like the hoodies actually.
Oh, those are just for little. I was going to say that'd be pretty handy there.
Yeah, you want a onesie.
It's a baby grow. We call them baby grows.
Wait till the Jehovah's Witness comes to the door and I'm wearing that, right?
With a soiled bib around your neck.
Oh no.
I used to be a furry, but I got better.
Yeah, right. I don't wear the tail around in public no more.
I thought that was a joke. I didn't know there was really people that did that shit.
You know, they allow this community in the military.
What?
Yes.
So
Yes,
can a
they
guy?
are.
I could go join the Canine Corps.
Man, you could do that, and then so you guys, all right, Nate, John, you know about this already too, huh?
I've seen photos of these people wearing these dog masks and how they act, and especially what's been happening recently, like that video that got filmed in the Senate or something, the embassy. I forgot where it was, but yeah, no, military. But yeah, they allow those people inside, and yeah, very.
I don't like it.
Yeah,
I don't
I don't see I don't see a future in the military.
I don't see anything good coming out of that. I see nothing but bad coming out of that. There ain't nothing good coming out of that.
I mean, they made a whole force called the Space Force.
Yeah,
But is that cyberspace?
No, like outer space. Yeah.
Outer space.
Is it though?
Yeah.
That's what I'm wondering.
Let us know, Sovereign. Do you know something? Is it cyberspace?
I think it is. I think because let's face it, they know as well as we do that there's nobody going into space.
Ain't nobody going nowhere.
Okay. Now, part of it is with this. This is a recent new thing, and we know that they've been fighting hard against flat Earth for the last couple of years, anyways, right? So, if you create a space force and you increase the number of launches and shit that you're faking and whatnot, and getting everybody's attention focused on that, that reifies the idea that there is space. Right? But what is space? Right now, there's space between me and this microphone, right? There's space between me and the wall. Okay, so space, you got to be careful. There again, they're using the word magic. Just like when they say, this comes to you via satellite. Yeah, those things on poles are called satellite.
Yep.
Okay, satellite, the definition of a satellite is a node of a central point.
Yep.
Okay, it's
like
a
parabolic
node
dishes. Like
Right.
those people think those parabolic dishes are pointed up to the sky, transmitting and receiving with something that's flying by. That
Right.
rhymes that way. But in fact, the parabolic dish has been around for nearly 200 years now.
The word satellite has been around for a long time too, long before anybody ever thought about sticking something up in the sky.
Can you remind
the
me
word
where
satellite, but there
satellite
again,
came from?
remember what I said about imagery and repetition of the verbiage, right? Just like how they got you to think that all the Middle Eastern people are terrorists, because every time they said terrorists, they showed you a Middle Eastern person. So consequently, when you see Middle Easterns, you immediately go, "Oh, terrorists." Okay, so they did the same thing every time they used the word satellite. Although they are using it in a correct context, they lead you to believe that it's something in space with the imagery. And they never really claim that it's going to that and doing that. This is just coming to you by satellite, and there's a picture of a satellite. Oh, okay.
Wasn't that
Yeah.
using science fiction?
Yeah, it was.
Before-
Who's this? It was a science fiction writer wrote about a thing called a satellite, and like a year later, it came to fruition.
Yup.
Oh, wait. Oh, I think you might be talking about, is that Arthur C. Clarke?
Yes, there you go. That's who I was searching for in my
Yeah.
head. I was going Heinlein. No, it wasn't Heinlein.
But man, Arthur C. Clarke has a sketchy past. Usually it's those types of people that they let do that nonsense to trick the people just to find out that they're Pedialites.
Yeah.
Pedialites. Yeah, listen, you got to be careful. That word
Good
right there
word.
will age restrict. No shit. No, listen. That P word will age restrict your fucking video.
Definitely.
I figured. That's why I said Pedialite.
Well, I do set my videos anyway to not suitable for children.
I think online
They'll restrict it though to the 18 thing.
a lot of people on YouTube call it cupcakes now because of
that's
EDP.
Flats. That's in Russia. This is telephone booth boxing.
That's crazy.
Ну они оба чемпионы, призеры, начинается месиво какое-то. Кулачная работа мощная. Молчанов Павел немножко уходит вниз. Встает нормально, получает челюсть. И опять вниз уходит. И фух, уже не встает. Это все, ух ты. Ой-ой-ой. Ё-моё. Дорогие зрители, это что-то уже вот за...
It's for a really quick fight, doesn't it?
Crazy.
Well, it keeps you from running away.
Yeah.
Talk about hitting the pound button.
That's it.
Have you seen the short people fights?
The Russians have some weird things that they do, by the way.
Yeah.
Didn't they? I'm pretty sure slap boxing or slap.
Oh, the slap matches. Yeah.
That's ridiculous. Have you seen some people's feet? They get knocked out with them slaps.
They get knocked out straight away.
Proper. God slap, isn't it? It's crazy. It's crazy.
And some of them don't even have weight classes. They'll put a 90-pound guy against a 100-pound.
Well,
Some
I
of
saw
them.
the other day an American bodybuilder tried to do it for the first time. He got knocked out. He got knocked out.
Noodles knocked. Yeah.
That's just inflamed muscle.
He's like, no, I'm gonna do well. It's like, okay.
Oh no.
He's the guy who knocked
Lazy, some of them hits.
Yep.
You know, you can get
And
your neck broken doing that.
I like how they measure before they slap the hell out.
Like
They
a golf
they're
swing. Yeah, like a golf swing. Yeah.
Right where I want to smack you.
Yo.
I keep forgetting we should do a Space Cadet stream. I think that's what we'll do tomorrow night. Space Cadet stream. I keep forgetting about it.
Johnny
So that's
Vaughn.
tomorrow night stream. Space
Johnny
Cadet,
Vaughn.
guys.
There's a few episodes of that. I think there was about.
There's a lot.
Yeah, 3 or 4.
There's a lot. Do you know Space Cadets, Iron?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I do. I know like 3 of them. They all swapped over from the Navy to the Space Force.
No. Space Cadets, the show.
Oh,
It was-
no.
It was a show. It was a show in the UK where Johnny Vaughn. They convinced people they were going to space.
Oh, wait. Is that the show with Steve Carell?
No.
It was Johnny Vaughn.
Johnny Vaughn. It's a British show.
Yeah.
No. The
What they
only
did is-
British show I remember is like Red Dwarf or something.
No. What they did was actually quite good. They interviewed a whole bunch of people and they saw who was more likely to be more gullible.
Yeah.
And then they got those people. They said, okay, congratulations, you guys have won. You guys are going to space. We're going to send you to Russia to train them. And they put them on a plane. They just flew around Staten while they quickly took the airport and changed it to look like a Russian military base. Landed again, went inside there, and they trained them to be astronauts. They even taught them that they figured out how to do artificial gravity.
Yeah.
They believed them.
Yeah.
They ended up putting them on a simulator, and they thought they were in space.
And it was the end of the 90s, wasn't it, when that came out?
was-
So the simulator wasn't even that good, and they still fell for it.
So we'll do that tomorrow night, guys. Space Force tomorrow night.
Yeah.
Space Force. Yeah.
This actually just shows you how gullible people can be, and it fits in exactly with the globe. People can just believe what's told to them.
Yep. No type of research or nothing like that.
Just believe it.
Speaking of research, somebody mentioned that they spoke with Vika yesterday.
Yeah, it was Jeff.
Jeff,
Because he's busy building his own
anti-cathedral. Yes, that is true. I think this is a good time to be doing it, so we could start pitting this against the globe. And then it's like, do you really want to learn something, or do you just want to fuck around with these nonsense toys?
Yeah.
You know?
But the sun.
I'm sorry?
But the sun. The final experiment.
Yeah. What about the sun? You flat earthers. Oh, this is the best one. You got to lie to Flurf. You got to lie to Flurf.
Yeah, I've heard that.
I'm like, who's lying?
That little sweaty bitch. I can't stand that guy, man.
You know, and you got to lie to Flurf. That's what they do. You got to lie to Flurf.
I was dying.
It's ironic
laughing.
that it comes from the guy. It's ironic that same quote comes from the person that doesn't stop lying.
Dying laughing.
Oh yeah, yeah. Those guys are unbelievable. The amount of disrespect that he showed to that elderly man that works for the Apollo Shills is unbelievable. Unbelievable. Like, I couldn't believe it. I'm looking at him like, man, how are you just gonna be so disrespectful? The guy's 83 years old. You're like more than half his age, and you're gonna talk to this man like this and you're being recorded.
And he's proud of it.
Yeah. He's like, you need to hurry up, Marcus. He's like, Marcus, come on, chop. And I'm like, man, are you crazy?
He's an emotional vampire as well, too. He wants to elicit that anger. He gets off on that. He does. He's a sick little son of a bitch. But that's part of his thing too. He just wants to anger you. He can't have a rational discussion with you. He's going to try to do something to make you pissed off. Yeah. And then what they want to do is then get it so that you get your channel shut down or some other kind of shit like that. So the only thing they can actually do is try to attack your character at the end of the day. And their main goal is to try to shut you up. So like I said earlier, the best advice is all those flat earth haters, Toon, FTFE, all the rest of those dickheads that have been on every fucking debate now every week for the last 2 years. Enough.
Yeah.
Enough. Block them. Don't give them the opportunity to screw you.
Yep.
Because that's all they're there to do. Brenda wants to come on so that he can drive the tranny fucking argument out of somebody so that they can get, oh, you're a homophobe or whatever the fuck, and then he can get you shut down. Fuck him. Fuck Toon. Fuck Craig. All the rest of them. Drop through your ass and hang yourself. That's what I look at. Okay, I don't care. I'm done with them guys. Now, if there's somebody new who wants to come on and have a rational discussion, that's cool. But I ain't got time for these fools.
Yeah, that's a really good point, man, because I've noticed, I'm like, man, these guys aren't that stupid. I know they're not. But nah, you're right, man. It's a money grab. It's a money grab, and they're trying to get us. They're getting us silenced.
They can't make a red cent without us.
Yes.
Okay? And they have to have the engagement. It's not enough to just make a video.
Yes.
They need the engagement. So if they make a video about you, fuck them. Don't respond.
Yep.
If they want to debate you, fuck them. Don't respond. You've been debated. You've already been weighed, measured, and found lacking. Okay? Over.
I love that. I love that scripture.
Now, Red's rhetoric. I don't know if I told you this, but Red's rhetoric. He went ahead and he made a video after Vika had his stream of like a month and a half ago, where I first met you, Dave, and we were talking about the Challenger. Red, the very next day, made a half-an-hour video on how, you should be ashamed of yourself if you're talking about those poor souls that lost their lives in Florida on that day in 86?
I think so, yeah.
You should be ashamed of yourself. the families that lost their loved ones. And I'm like, oh my God, this dude watched this. And now he's putting this hit piece out that if you start talking about the Challenger, then there's something wrong with you.
Uh-huh.
That was pretty interesting. And another thing about that Challenger is, even though I'm starting to lose a little bit of love for Candace Owens, I wonder what happens if or when she comes across the Challenger. Even though I still feel like she's paid journalism. She's bought and paid journalism.
Candace?
Yeah.
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 Yeah, I'm always wary. I'm always wary when big names suddenly see the light. I'm like, wait a minute. You mean me out here? I see the light. You're an insider and you don't? Get out of here.
Yeah,
There
right.
you go, trying to play like you me again. Trying to play like you one of us. We see you. Glow, little glowworm, glow.
Yeah, right. They're like undercover cops, man, and you could just like sniff them out and just feel them from a mile away.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I don't
Guys,
trust
I
that.
think we're going to end the show, yeah? It was a nice one, at least. It was really cool. It was nice little chats and stuff.
Yeah, man.
Some interesting discussions.
No topic night.
I like it. So tomorrow night we will have a topic, though. Space Cadets.
Space Cadets.
Nice. Yeah, I've been wanting to do that one for a while.
Yeah, we keep forgetting. That's the thing. So, you guys have anything to say before we close?
Burn the Corporate Fiction's supposed to have a show going tonight. I'm probably going to be on that. Not really altogether sure what exactly he's going to talk about. We usually get into some pretty wild stuff. Probably going to be talking about these opening ceremonies at the Olympics and that thing that we looked at with Trump saying, I'm not a Christian. You'll never have to vote again after you vote for this time. It'll be so good after this. You'll never have to vote again. Did you miss that? Did you miss that?
Yeah, there's a lot of the show today that I missed. I came late as hell, man.
Hang on, I got it right here. If you want to hear it.
You should hear what he said. It's quite
Yeah.
It's like he's being proud to say it's going to be rigged and be a dictatorship that you don't need to vote again, while he's saying, I love you, Christians, but I'm not a Christian.
Yeah.
Man. You know, you want to know what's crazy about this whole thing is that, all right, let me shut my mouth. Go ahead.
Listen to this.
And again, Christians, get out and vote just this time. You won't have to do it anymore. 4 more years, you know what? It'll be fixed. It'll be fine. You won't have to vote anymore, my beautiful Christians. I love you, Christians. I'm a Christian. I love you. Get out. You got to get out and vote. In 4 years, you don't have to vote again. We'll have it fixed so good you're not going to have to vote. And again,
I'm not Christian. You know why? Because he's over there sucking BB Satan Yahoo's fucking dick. That's why. That's why he's not. And you want to know something? All these mainstream people, they just need to be like official. It needs to be official that they get canceled.
Yes.
It's like, yo.
But he's freezing again.
Headphones shoebox on his ear, covering his ear that supposedly got shot off, remember? Then you see
It's
the
healed.
whole ear sitting right there. It's healed, yeah.
It's healed
by
now.
the grace of God, it's healed.
There ain't even a mark.
Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah. And now he's not a Christian. I mean, I don't care if he's a Christian or not. But from what we saw yesterday to now what we're hearing today, I'm like, man, you know what, dude? You're a fucking joke.
Yeah.
Him, Kamala, all of them. All that whole
But they're the same. They just different sides of the same coin, so it doesn't matter. They're just puppets for the same show.
It's a stage production, babe. This whole thing, it has been the last 4 years. It's been a freaking stage production, if not longer. But I mean, we're seeing supposedly Biden, and he's on a set. Why is he on a set? All these anomalies with him all over the place, man. Things going on that aren't really going on, supposedly at the White House, and then people there at the White House or near it are like, there ain't shit going on. What are you talking about? And I mean, there's really been this whole thing. And like I said the other night, Donald Trump was instrumental, if not the brainchild behind his own losing the election. Because he went and prophesized. He said, if Biden gets in, this will happen, that'll happen, blah, 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 blah. He loses. He doesn't make much of a fuss. Everybody around him makes a fuss, but he doesn't make too much of a fuss about it, right? And then, lo and behold, like he's Nostradamus, every one of his predictions comes true in the order that he said it would happen. We're seeing this crazy shit that seems to be fake. Everybody calling out a fake Biden now for 4 years, even that's an act. Blah, 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 right? Okay. So here he goes in. Here he comes in. That's what it's made to look like. And now he comes in like a knight in shining armor, right? And it's going to be so fucking good that he's going to get dictatorial powers. He just told you.
So it's crazy. Oh, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
I was just saying self-fulfilled prophecy, isn't it?
Yeah.
They don't.
Yeah.
But
Sorry.
the thing is, I don't think it's a. Okay, so then it is a self-fulfilled prophecy. That, or they're just totally messy.
Yeah.
They're totally messy, and they're just like, we don't care. But I think it's a mixture of that. But they want to see if we've caught on. Like, have you figured it out yet that you guys are being played? But it's the same people. If you notice, it's the same small group of people that keeps calling the BS out, and it's like us, mixed with a couple other people, right? It's the same group of people that keeps shouting to the mountaintop.
But here's the thing, man. Here's what's up, Vlad. People are starting to listen now. People are starting to listen now because they're going, no, goddamn, that crazy tinfoil hat son of a bitch was right. Oh my God, he was right about that. He was right about this. I'm going to listen. Hold on a second. There's some validity to what these people are saying, man.
Yep.
And there's more and more people getting on board and realizing what's actually happening. I think they overplayed their hand. I think they had everybody dumbed down to a point where they could actually run this shit. And to a point they were. But they made a mistake and they woke people up with the Holocaust over the last 4 years. And people did start looking into shit and figuring it out. See?
It gave us time, that Holocaust, I like that, by the way. That gave us time to reflect. It gave you time to sit your ass down. Whether you wanted to do it or not, it gave us time, right? And we needed, I think, as a nation, as a world, we just needed time to sit our asses down and reflect. You know what I'm saying? Me, honestly, I got divorced during that time. Thank the Lord that I did. That was one of the best moments of my life, was that period. Unfortunately, it was like a slowdown for the rest of the world. A lot of people weren't happy. But me, I was like, man, this is a time for self-discovery. So but still, what's crazy is even after that, you still see people walking around with their masks.
Yeah.
You still see people talking about, oh man, I gotta hurry up and I gotta get this new booster. Oh man, I might have COVID. How do you know you don't have the flu?
Dude, Sean Hawkins. Sean Hawkins did a rant video, a little short rant video. He went live. He was pissed off about his doctor. He caught COVID. And I went in the comments and I said, but I thought you got the vax, man. I thought you was jabbed. How the fuck did you get COVID?
Oh, wow, unbelievable.
Listen, even Vlad Putin, I saw, he gave this address, and I guess it's the same as their State of the Union type address. And he said the West is run by satanic PDFs. They're destroying the institution of family, their cultures, and historical identity. PDF is now accepted as the norm.
Yep.
That's a quote. That's a quote by him. I mean, the rest of the world sees us as a joke. They really do.
I mean, in general, yes, I would agree with like the majority population, but it seems like some people are waking up nowadays, especially when you see like little hat people climbing out of sewers. You think, well, maybe there's something to this.
Yeah.
And you know, it's unfortunate for a lot of those little hat people that live there that totally don't agree with it.
Yeah.
That totally don't agree with it, but they're caught in the mix. And here's my thing with that, right? You have had years. You've had 80 years to figure this shit out, to call out the nonsense, to call out the bullshit. warn the rest of the world. I mean, you had those that already knew what time it was, that already saw them for who they were. There it is, Revelation 3, what is it, 3:9, right? That calls them the synagogue of Satan, right? Everybody knew who they were. It's like a surprise that a lot of them, they didn't know who they were. They didn't know who they weren't, I guess you could say. Yeah, they don't know that they're not those people until a few months ago, you know, that country, Iran, decides they want to lob a few freaking missiles at them. And then they're scared. Now they're doing freaking DNA tests when they're not supposed to. They're trying to leave that piece of land. And it's like, you know, it's too fucking late. It's too late. We don't want to hear it. Well, I'm going to land my plane here, but I want to say this right here. So there was you had those professors from the universities recently after the whole October 7th thing happened, right? So you had the University of Pennsylvania, you had MIT, you had Harvard, right? These big institutions, the Ivy League, right? And if you notice, you had two of them, they had to resign. They were either fired or they resigned. Out of the three, you had two that were fired or resigned. You know where that last one is? She's at MIT. What do you think she is? They totally ignored her. Totally ignored her.
Wow.
Yeah, she's one of them Zionists. She's one of them. They totally ignored her. Water off a duck's back. And so it's like, now you look at that, you could, in a sense, say even they own the education system. So basically, every way we think, whether you're watching it on TV or you're reading it in a newspaper or you're reading it in a serious book, a textbook, they own it, they run it. And so we need to break away from that shit. I'd even go as far as to say a lot of them are pushing this whole globe nonsense. I'd go as far as to say that. And we could probably dig up plenty of evidence to support this.
I agree with you.
Let me chill out before YouTube does something.
Yeah.
Let me relax.
I feel like this does go back to the earlier conversation we were having about changing history, because if we're talking about that, you know, the victors do write the history, and the victors have allies. And who are our biggest ally?
Or quote unquote ally? You mean ain't Rael?
So it looks like the Witsit, Lore Lodge has challenged Witsit to a boxing match.
What?
Wow.
You know, Lore Lodge is still running away from me. He's still running from me. He doesn't want to debate me at all.
What does that prove, globe or flat? If he wins, it's so.
I don't know. It's a weird thing. I see them on Twitter a lot. It's just Witsit and Lore Lodge the whole time, like this. But Lore Lodge is too scared to engage with me. That tells me there's something fishy going on here.
Let us engage in extreme stress combat, lowering your lifespan to prove the shape of the Earth. It's amazing.
These guys are really starting to make the topic not be serious.
I know. Starting to turn into like some kind of a soap opera.
Yeah, weird strip show kind of thing. And these are the days of our lives.
Yeah,
Whoa.
drama students. But to be fair, most of them are actors. So.
To answer Jehovah's question as far as that movie, Barbara, that is not the movie. No, that is not the movie. This movie has Delroy Lindo, Chad Boseman. This was like Chadwick Boseman's last movie, the guy that played Black Panther, and it was made by Spike Lee.
What the hell is this?
3 cents.
What?
Oh my God! Is there you?
What's that mean, Duffy? What's that mean?
That's what I'm saying. But you see, based on this, okay, if he comes up and says, "Oh, this is what they can just show him." So, but look, how are you going to explain this? This is already defeating your globe. So what now? It's just easy to say there's more than one sun. Then what's he going to say? What's his argument going to be? Oh, yeah, I just threw away $100,000 to let you guys say what you've been saying before the time anyway.
Well, I think 99% of Globers would say that video is fake.
Prove it. That's what they should do.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah, exactly. They can't.
Wow. Okay. The 5 Bloods. Netflix. Unfortunately, I'm not going to be able to show this on my stream.
What's this? Oh,
The
no,
Netflix.
that's not a problem. That movie, The Five Bloods, I just put that in there just so somebody could get that to Barbara so she could see it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Let me
even
get it for
even, you know, because I couldn't get it to them.
Copy link address. You know what, Ian? I should actually make you a mod in the YouTube. Then you'll be able to put links.
I just did it. Save that image.
Well, anyway, guys, I think we should say night. I really got to go sleep. I am tired. I'm bushed. It's already Sunday.
Right. Can I just say I've got I'll be fishing in the morning, so my stream will be 2 p.m. GMT. Chuck Missile on transhumanism.
Nice. That's a nice show.
Yeah,
I like
nice.
that subject. I like the transhumanism subject actually.
Yeah. It's about 11 years old, but I thought it'd be good.
Awesome. Okay, yeah. Ian, you gonna have a show sometime soon?
Yeah, I'm gonna have Truer Tuesday, this Tuesday, like clockwork. It's gonna be Truer Tuesday, 10 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And you said you're in South Africa, I'm assuming, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know if you guys are what? You guys are 7 hours?
Well, it's now 12:10 by me.
Yeah, 6 hours.
6 hours, okay. So yeah,
It'll be 7 hours. It'll be
4 in the morning ish.
Yeah, when we go
4:30
back.
your time. So yeah, so 10:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. True Earth Tuesday. Me, Ironwork 92,000. You know who it is. You know what it is. So that's what's happening.
Usually when I'm on SOVs, I wake up at like 4:30 in the morning to do my exercise.
Yeah.
To do my exercise, then I'm on his show.
Yeah. So I might be carrying on till that time on Tuesday as well. Usually I go into wee hours.
Nice.
Yep.
Oh, but it was cool having you guys on. Really appreciate it. Hope to see you guys tomorrow for some funny. Tomorrow's going to be a funny one. It's going to be a lot of laughing. But yeah, it's awesome to have you guys. Appreciate everybody. You guys in the chats as well. Thank you for coming. Hit the likes if you haven't already. Share the show if you